Pats Nation, we are so freaking back, baby. New England Patriots, week 16, back on the road. New England Patriots, one of two teams, by the way, only left undefeated here on the road in 2025. So Patriots love being underdogs. They're about, last time I checked at least, 3.5-point underdogs in this game. So feels like they got the mentality that they want coming into this one. The Patriots won the coin toss for the first time in the last few weeks. They elected to defer, meaning that the Patriots are going to be on defense first. They get the ball to start the third quarter. Now, Baltimore does have to win this game. Okay, they were hoping that the Detroit Lions were going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in an absolute thriller. Unfortunately, didn't go their way. So Baltimore, they're going to need to win this one after the Steelers did win earlier today against Detroit in order to stay in the running for the playoffs. For the Patriots, if they win this game today, they don't automatically win the AFC East, but they officially do clinch a playoff spot. So today literally is, if you win, you are in for the first time since 2021. This is also a pretty important game to win the AFC East. Now, the Patriots can lose this game, and as long as they beat Miami and they beat the Jets, they will still win the AFC East. But the Patriots win today, and let's say the Bills lose next week against the Eagles, they therefore would win the AFC East also. So a lot on the line here for New England, coming off of a game where you should have beaten the Buffalo Bills. You were down 21-0, or you were up rather 21-0. You lost that game. And so gotta expect the Patriots have a little bit of extra momentum coming into this one. Big one for the Patriots here is going to be forcing Lamar Jackson to beat you through the air. Lamar Jackson's passing grade is the worst it's been since his rookie season, where we had conversations, is Lamar a running back or is this guy a quarterback in the National Football League? Take away the run, take away his option to get outside, take away Derrick Henry, and you can win this football game. First down, they fake the handoff. Lamar Jackson's looking deep, and he's going to hit Zay Flowers, who gets the ball and goes down. So first play of the game is a pass, and it goes to Zay Flowers. Good gain here. First down for Baltimore. Looks like they were going to run this one up the gut with Derrick Henry. It's an option. Lamar keeps it. And I mean, that's just an easy play for Zay. Looks like maybe zone coverage on that one. Carlton Davis was on him. And unfortunately, just played a little bit too soft. Would love to see the Patriots start playing a little bit more press man coverage defensively. I don't know why they don't, but this time they're going to give it to Derrick Henry. Henry is going to push forward for about 3 or 4 yards. So big one for the Patriots is, can this defense come up big without Robert Spillane, without Milton Williams? They're two big run defenders. They did pretty well throughout the majority of 2 quarters against Buffalo last week. James Cook took over in the entire second half, and that's what allowed them to lose this game. So they're going to go back to Derrick Henry here on second. He's going to be just shy of the first down. So third down here for Baltimore. It went pass and then run, both with Derrick Henry. Let's see what Baltimore's going to do on third and short. All right, it's 3rd and 3. Baltimore is across the 50. They're at the roughly 39-yard line. Lamar drops back. Lamar under pressure. He's making some magic happen, though. He's still up. Lamar's looking downfield, and he hits Zay Flowers. And he is sandwiched between Christian Gonzalez and another Patriots defender, but will get the reception. So far, Lamar Jackson, 2 passes, 2 runs with Derrick Henry. Both passes have gone to Zay Flowers that have both moved for 10-plus yards and first downs. So we know that's where Lamar Jackson's going to go. Lamar Jackson loves his tight ends, his 12 personnel and Andrews and Likely, but his number 1 wide receiver is Zay Flowers. If there's a receiver you're trying to take away, it's Zay. Fortunately, so far in this drive, Patriots have been able to do so. It's 1st and 10 now. Baltimore at the 21-yard line. They're going to give this one off to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry goes up the middle. Derrick Henry, it's off to the races. And touchdown, Derrick Henry. I mean, that's just backyard football. Derrick Henry just ran all over the New England Patriots. And, of course, they pan over to Mike Vrabel, of course, former friend there of Derrick Henry, and nobody touched him. Nobody was near Derrick Henry. Now, Derrick Henry, for his size, is fast, but I wouldn't consider Derrick Henry, especially at this point at his age, a fast running back. They give him off the ball. He goes out to the left side. You have a couple Patriots defenders there to the right, including Anthony Jennings, the Patriots' best run defender. Gonzo was the only one out to the left side, and the offensive tackle for Baltimore just picked up Gonzo, and nobody else was there. Looks like the Patriots stacked the right side. Nobody there to the left, and Baltimore was just able to take advantage. And so, to me, that's just poor execution at the end of the day on New England. And hopefully that is not a sign of things to come. Now, I'm personally not going to freak out. I don't know about you guys, but the Patriots always allow opening drive touchdowns. Now, they didn't allow one last week against the Bills. They lost that game anyway. And then, correct me if I'm wrong. This was before the bye week. Okay, this was before the bye week, so I could be wrong here, but I don't believe they allowed an opening drive touchdown to the Giants either. So the Patriots have provided like 4 blowouts where they allowed an opening drive touchdown. So I'm not worried. This is how it goes. But again, you just hope this is not a sign of things to come, because again, Patriots run defense really struggling as of late. And if you cannot stop the run against Lamar, that's what's going to open up the pass. What did we see on this entire drive? We saw, okay, you're going to pass the ball, but then you're going to run the ball. You're going to run the ball. You're going to pass the ball. Then you're going to run the ball again. And then you're going to run the ball again. And so what they're doing is they're running the ball mainly in order to open up the pass, because that's going to open up the RPO game. And so with that being said, you take away the run, you force Lamar Jackson to be a pocket passing quarterback, and that is how you win this football game. If you were going to allow them to run Lamar Jackson with the options, you're going to allow Derrick Henry to run all over you. Yeah, they're going to pass the ball effectively, because it's going to open up the RPO game. It's going to make this Patriots defense respect the fact that you're going to be able to run the football and pass the football, and it's going to kind of have to keep you on your toes for them to be able to do either or. And depending on what the Patriots are going to show from a defensive standpoint, Lamar is just going to check it into something different, because they can do both things. And so that's why you have to take one thing away and make the Baltimore Ravens one-dimensional. So far, they haven't done that, but there's so much more football to still be played, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys for being here. Big shout out to everybody that gave me so much love throughout my graduation. I appreciate you guys more than words. For those who don't know, this past week, I did go down to Florida. I did travel to graduate from college with my bachelor's in sportscasting. And so that's why I was pretty inactive this week, is I was down there. I was obviously very busy traveling, exhausting as it is, but just trying to enjoy some time with family and kind of celebrate that graduation a little bit. And so I've also been in college for about the last 2.5, a little over 2.5 years, and there's no breaks. It's just under 3 years, and it's completely through. And so for a lot of you wondering, man, I feel like Patriots Global used to drop so much content. Like what kind of happened? I feel like he only does watch parties. Well, it's because your boy's also been getting a bachelor's behind the scene, and my longest break throughout the year is winter break, and it's under 2 weeks. It's like a week and a half. And so when you're always making content on the channel and then Roundtable Sports, but you're also making so much content for school, you just get burnt out and you only have so much time in the day. So I'm really, really excited to announce that I'm excited to get back to the old Patriots Global. A lot more live streams, a lot more content, a lot more in-depth videos coming your guys' way now that we've officially graduated with our bachelor's in sportscasting. I'm kind of going into a construction mode with the channel where I'm trying to figure out what exactly is kind of the outline that I want this show to be, and not just watch parties and post games, but what do I want this to be with everyday content, content live streams 5 days a week, shorts dropping, on the channel throughout the rest of the week too. And so a lot of great stuff coming, but Patriots are going to be getting the ball here with Drake May. This one is going to be all on Drake May. He's going to need to bounce back. Offensive line should be able to do their job in this one. Kyle Williams on the return. Kyle Williams is still on his feet, but then tries to avoid a hit and goes down. So decent return there by the rookie Kyle Williams, but as I was alluding to, this pass rush for the Baltimore Ravens is not good. In fact, the edge rushers for Baltimore are some of the worst in the NFL. Their pressures are the 4th fewest in the NFL. Their pass rush win rate is the 2nd worst in the NFL. So these tackles should be able to do their job. They should be able to have a pretty easy day, but last week, the Bills didn't really have much of a pass rush. They didn't rush. They dropped an extra guy into coverage, played man-to-man, and that's what stopped Drake May. If I'm the Patriots, I'm targeting safety Kyle Hamilton, who has given up some of the most yards out of any defensive back in the NFL. Big shout out to my boy Trey, who comes in here Been a member for 8 months. Says, congratulations on graduating, Colby. First generation graduates for the win. Yes, sir. Flick Shorts comes in with a $2 donation. It says, Quinn didn't look too bad. I got to go back and look at that Miami game. I know they got blown out. I didn't get to take too much of a look at Quinn Ewers, but I did hear reports that Mike McDaniels, he's going to be back next year for Miami as head coach. Tua will not be back. And that was per Ian Rappaport. So pretty interesting report there. So Patriots, first play is going to go out to Matt Collins. It's 2nd and 3 now. They're going to give this one off to Ramondre Stevenson. Full truck ahead, and the Patriots are going to get a first down and a little bit of extra. Let's see what the Patriots can do on this opening drive offensively, right? I mean, we saw the Baltimore Ravens just go down the field, but can the Patriots do the same thing? Maybe this is a game where it's going to be a shootout. You never know. We said, hey, it might be a shootout last week, and unfortunately, Drake May just he couldn't put up 35-plus points in order to win the game. 31, though. All right, let's see. It's 1st and 10 now for the Pats after a fresh set of downs. Demario Douglas in motion. It's going to be a pass. Drake's got time. Drake's going to go deep. Oh! That's Stephon Diggs who catches through traffic. What an insane catch by Stephon Diggs. That is a big play for the Pats. Was there a flag on that? I did not think he got that. Dude, he flew back. So Drake hits him one-on-one, but the safety comes up. Oh, and yeah, Diggs' leg at the end slides under him, so he's okay. I'm surprised he's okay, but his knee and his leg goes under him on the way down. Looked like there was a flag, but guess not. They're going to check on Diggs, though, just to make sure he's okay. It looks like they're going to bring out the trainers. Mike Vrabel also out there checking on Diggs. Diggs isn't down. He's not showing he's injured. But I think the refs, the trainers, Mike Vrabel, they're all surrounding Stephon Diggs, probably asking him, like, hey, are you good? Stephon Diggs just said, no, I'm good. But it sounds like the trainers and Mike Vrabel are going to take off Stephon Diggs to make sure he's okay. He did point to his shoulder, though, so it's not his knee. He's smiling. He looks fine. I expect him to be back in the game, but, of course, something to have course, monitor moving forward. But Drake May, big deep ball there to Stephon Diggs, who makes a really good catch there through traffic. That was close. That was almost a hospital ball. That was almost a hospital ball there by Drake May. I also forgot to change my shirt. I was doing a school assignment, my final school assignment before we went live, and I got to look professional. Patriots sweatshirts right there. We're gonna change at some point. We're gonna change, but nonetheless, the Patriots are across the 50. Misdirection. That one goes out to Ramondre. Fakes off to Travion Henderson, but Ramondre keeps it. And even the cameraman got confused, like it was going to Travion Henderson. So Drake May toss off to Ramondre. Ramondre fake toss off to Henderson, and Mondre keeps the football. And the Patriots get a good gain there on first down. Big shout out to Brooke for the $3 donation. Says, congrats on your graduation. Brooke, of course, as always, I appreciate you. Tom Brady comes in, $7 donation. Let's run the play here real quick. It's 2nd and 3 for the Patriots. They're between the 19 and the 18-yard line. They're going to give this one off to Travion. Travion looks outside, tries to bounce it back in. He'll get a couple, but he'll be about a yard short there of the first down marker. That's 3rd down now. Tom Brady says, Dan likes 0-13. I got stats that show number 17, not clutch, which I will expose on the roundtable. It will show Josh is below average quarterback. Stay tuned. Oh, Tom Brady, I'm excited for that. By the way, the Buffalo Bills almost lost to the Cleveland Browns today. If like 2 defensive linemen didn't intercept passes and miracle interception luck for Buffalo, they would have lost to the Browns today. Patriots blew out the Browns. I'm just saying. Drake may put up like 40-some points. Patriots blew out the Browns. The Bills weren't doing that today. Just saying. But you know, Bills fans said that win didn't mean anything. But they also almost lost to the Bills. Or they almost lost to the Browns. I don't know. Clearly means something. Patriots are going to take a timeout here. Hopefully this connects. Let me see. Diggs is back in the game, by the way, which we expected. All right. It is 3rd and 1 for the Patriots, who are at the 17-yard line. Ramondre Stevenson, Tyrese Tonga in the backfield. Jumbo pass. Oh, it's a fake. And Drake May's going to pass it. Oh, and it's right through the hands of Hunter Henry. That is a play that Hunter Henry makes 10 out of 10, I guess 9 out of 10 times now. Ball goes right through the hands of Hunter Henry. I mean, very predictable. It looked like the Patriots were going to run the football off to Ramondre. You had him and Tonga on the field, but Drake May keeps the ball, goes deep to Henry in the end zone. Would have been a touchdown, but Henry lets it slip through his hands. Old friend Kyle Van Noy was in coverage. That's a linebacker on Henry. That was on Henry on that one. Patriots to go for it on 4th and 1, and they get it. Tyrese Tonga stays on the field. That's a quarterback sneak with Drake May there, 4th and 1. And man, I don't know. Hunter Henry over the last 2 weeks, he's had some pivotal drops. That should have been a touchdown pass by Drake May. Great job by Drake May to not hand the football off, identify the coverage. Notice that Hunter Henry's one-on-one with a linebacker. And the fact that Hunter Henry just lets that slip through his hands is something he does not do very often. Reminiscent of some of the misses he had last week too. But Patriots at the 15-yard line. They're going to toss this one off to Travion Henderson after they faked the inside run to Ramondre. And unfortunately, that is going to be a loss for the Patriots. Going to lose a few yards on that one. Second and 13 for the Pats. Drake looking downfield, nothing there. Drake's going to go out of bounds. It's now 3rd down. Drake got outside the pocket, was looking downfield, remained a passer. We've heard Josh McDaniels say that all offseason. He wants Drake May to not take off too soon, keep his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket, remain a passer. Drake tried to do that, but unfortunately, just nothing there. At least he gets back to the line, so no loss. But what's happening? Third and 14 for the Patriots. 18-yard line. Drake drops back. Pressure. Drake avoids the sack. Intercepted. Marlon Humphrey, who, again, we talked about this earlier, has allowed the most, or top 5 most yards out of any defensive back, and Drake just throws it right to him. I don't know where Drake's looking. Red zone stop there, and the red zone struggles for the offense continue. He was trying to go to Kayshon Boutte on the outside and just throws it to the legs of Kayshon Boutte, and Hamilton's just able to come up and make an easy interception. If Drake May puts that out of bounds, like in front of Kayshon Boutte, where only he can get it, Boutte's going to have an opportunity. A worst case scenario, it's an incomplete pass, but Drake throws it short. He throws it to the legs of Boutte rather than in front of Boutte. Hamilton, who's on the legs of Kayshon, just makes the interception. I don't know what that was. Honestly, not a great drive for Drake May. Not a great drive for Drake May. I mean, he had that pass to Stephon Diggs, which wasn't a bad pass, but like that was a hair from being a hospital ball. Like he should be happy Stephon Diggs didn't actually get injured on that play. He had the beautiful pass to Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry drops it, and then the pass there to pass attempt, I should say, to Kayshon Boutte gets intercepted by Kyle Hamilton. So Patriots have struggled in the red zone, and those red zone struggles are very clearly continuing. Bench May? No, we're not going to bench Drake. I mean, do we want Josh Dobbs to come in like he's going to be the better option? Like, what do we? I mean, Drake May is still second in the MVP conversation, so like I don't think we bench him for that. Hey, my boy Richie comes in and says, make sure you stay here for the good place too for Colby. Hey, my boy Richie, man. Shout out to my man, my brother Richie. Man, I'm sorry Brady Cook didn't cook enough today, Rich. What was the score of that game again? Against the Saints? 23-9, something like that. Man, I really thought y'all were gonna have that. I love it. Roundtable Sports in the house. Yes, sir, baby. Roundtable Sports represent tomorrow. I hope tomorrow's going to be a good show. It's only going to be a good show if we win, though, because if we lose, I can't stay to listen to Dan Mitchell. I can't if we lose. Roundtable family fan here. After that interception, I see you guys. LMAO facts, man. Drake May throws the interception and everybody's in the chat, but when the Patriots are blowing out an opponent, it's just like crickets everywhere. But they're going to give this one off to Derrick Henry, who's going to get about 4. Defense is going to have to step up big in this one. Again, stop the run, force Lamar Jackson to be a passer, and I like your odds in this one, but you cannot go down 14-0 early in this game. I know, guys. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what that pass was by Drake. I'll be critical of Drake May when he needs to be. I was critical last week. I was very critical last week. They're going to give this one off again to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is going to get the first down. Agile there. Stays on his toes after a missed tackle. Is able to dive for the first. So fresh set of downs there. Oh shit! Do me a favor. You know my white backpack's downstairs. It has my computer charger in there. Yeah. All right. This is going to be Ricard on 1st and 10. Gets to the outside. He's going to get a couple. Yeah, you're good. Edward, how come I only see you when the Patriots are struggling, man? You say you're a Patriots fan, but starting to question, Edward. All right, 2nd and 5 for Baltimore. Bateman in motion. They're going to give the football off to Ricard again. He's going to get brought down. Christian Ellis was the first one there. 3rd down now for Baltimore. All right, 3rd and 2. Ricard still in the backfield. Patriots. And the extra push. Card is going to get it. It looked like the Patriots had a couple of defenders back there to stop him on a pivotal 3rd and 2, or that's not even going to be Ricard. That's going to be Mitchell who comes up. And the Patriots had him, but Tonga falls. So it looks like Mitchell originally didn't have the first, but then he gets extra help to come push him for that last effort, and Tonga falls, and that's where they take advantage of that just gaping hole. Tonga doesn't fall. I don't think they get that. That's Zay Flowers again, who has done everything in the passing game so far in the first quarter. 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and it's been all Baltimore so far. Every single time that Lamar has thrown the football, 3 times so far, it's all been to Zay Flowers. And every single time, Zay Flowers has gotten 10-plus yards. Here. All right, 1st and 10. Baltimore getting close to the 50. Lamar Jackson gets outside, throws on the run. He's going to hit Mark Andrews. Craig Woodson, the rookie, who is the captain this week for the Patriots. You can just go like this. Again, this is the problem. When you allow Baltimore to run the football, the few times that they pass, it's going to be crap like this, where they're easily getting 10, 15 yards on the pass. That was my worry this week. I was worried about Baltimore after what we saw with this run defense the last few weeks, because again, if you allow Baltimore to run the football offensively, like you're not going to win the game. That's how they want to be successful. That's how they want to win. And if they can run the ball, then they can pass the ball. It all comes with the run defense. And you don't have Milton Williams, who's a massive, massive piece of this run defense. Then you don't have Robert Spillane for a second straight week. Things got even worse. It's a lot of football to still be played, but if this is just a sign of what this game is going to be for the run defense, I don't see how the Patriots win this football game. I think Mike, too, also has a really, really good point that I think a lot of Patriots fans are super frustrated with. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Like, we're Patriots fans, but like we can also call out our team when it's time to do so, right? When they need to be criticized. And the way that they're using Christian Gonzalez has not been good. Now, I do believe Gonzo also hasn't been as good this season, but I do think that a large part of that too is also, well, okay, why are you not using him correctly? And I think for the defense as a whole, it's a little bit difficult just because they were under one defensive scheme just to go to another when you had the Patriots, name's escaping me right now, the Patriots defensive coordinator ultimately went out with his prostate cancer, Terrell Williams, excuse me. And so the defensive system didn't change completely, but it did change to a degree. The guy who's calling the plays, who constructed it, obviously is not there right now. And I do think that's part of it, on top of the hamstring injury that Gonzo got on the first day of padded practice that kept him out for like 2 months. But also the Patriots just aren't running a lot of, press man coverage. Why are you not putting Gonzo on an island? It is Gonzo Island for a reason. Don't have him playing so much zone. Don't have him, just lining up against one guy. No, if you have a number one threat, a team's number one threat, that's who Gonzo should be on every single week. Whether it's a tight end, a slot receiver, or an outside receiver, Gonzo should be on that guy. Gonzo can play all over the defensive formation. He's one of the few defensive backs that can. So why are you not taking advantage of that by having him shadow a team's number one receiver every single week? That is how this defense can operate. Take away the number one threat and put your other guys strategically on the rest of the roster. And if their wide receiver 4 beats you, you tip your cap. But we should not be allowing a team's number one guy to be beating us every single week when you have Christian Gonzalez and Carlton Davis both on the field. All right, this is going to go out to Derrick Henry. He's going to get about 5 or 6 on that one. Joshua Farmer comes up on that one. All right, it's 2nd and 4 for Baltimore. Derrick Henry, 2 Patriots defenders shoot the gap, but nothing there. Fumble. And the Patriots have it. Craig Woodson comes up with the ball. Derrick Henry fumbles the football. That was an issue for him early on in the season where he led the league in fumbles. Patriots turn over the ball, but they get it back after a Derrick Henry fumble. 2 Patriots defenders shot the gap. Derrick Henry made them miss. And Carlton Davis comes up with the tackle, and then you have Jalen Hawkins, the free safety, who comes up and punches the ball behind Derrick Henry. And that is a clear-cut fumble. He is up all day, not even close to being down. Shout out Jalen Hawkins. What just happened? Okay, what just happened? What was it on? Why is it not showing up on mine? Oh, probably because I haven't used the app in a minute. Oh, here we go. But great job by the Patriots to say, all right, well, the defense is going to have to step up big. Something they didn't do last week against Buffalo. You needed them to make a big play, and unfortunately, they just, weren't able to do so. There we go. Was it this one? BC? So flag on the play. Holding on the defense. Automatic first down for the Patriots. That's on Marlon Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey, the guy who got the interception earlier, but like we alluded to, has had some struggles this season. He's going up against Kyle Williams. Tugs on his jersey. I'm kind of surprised that Humphrey is on Kyle Williams, though. Like, why is Humphrey not on Diggs? He's not on the number one guy. Because Awuzie is not in the game. He's inactive. So, Patriots are at close to the 45. This is off to Henderson. Henderson piles through. That's a good carry by Henderson. He's going to get about 4 or 5 on that one. Second quarter then going to be starting here. So, game's moving fast. Ravens first one on the board with an opening drive touchdown. Patriots were poised for their opening offensive drive to get points, but Hunter Henry drops the football. Drake made with a terrible interception, and then thankfully Patriots were able to get a turnover on their own. Can they tie this baby up? Keep in mind, they'll get the ball to start the third quarter. Y'all are behind, man. This is y'all got to blame NFL Network for that one, man. The NFL app is actually more behind where I'm at. I'm looking at it I was just looking at it before. I'm watching this one on TV, and this is just the cast they're putting it on. So it's not my connection. It's just this is what they're putting out. Big shout out to my boy Jason, who says, you already know what it is, Colby, and congratulations on your graduation. Jason, man, I appreciate you for being here as always. Go Pats, baby, and I appreciate you for the love on the graduation, man. Glad to have you here and glad to keep this ball rolling here at Patriots Global. My guy, Jason. I live around the West Coast and I'm ahead. Yeah, dude, where I'm at, I'm never ahead of games. I'm in like PA right now, and this is just always what it is. We're not even behind. It's just like we're watching this live right now. It's just the cast that's coming through. But like I said, that's not even a me thing, because dude, the amount of people that all have like live watch, like I'll do live watch parties and people will be like, dude, how are you so ahead? And then it's like some weeks, dude, how are you so behind? And it's always like different people. So I think it's just depending on where you are in the world. It might just be dependent on how the cast comes in. I don't think it's like hey, you got better Wi-Fi than me. I wonder if I leave this app, if it'll still work. Patriots right tackle Morgan Moses is questionable to return with a knee injury. Munford Jr. is now coming in at right tackle for New England. Keep in mind that Marcus Bryant, the rookie tackle, he's inactive this week. He was a healthy scratch. So hopefully Morgan Moses returns. Henderson and Jack Westover in the backfield. They're going to give this one off to Henderson. Henderson piles through. Will that be a first? There's a flag on the play. see what this one's on. That was a good run by Henderson. Might come back. Let's see. Illegal formation on the Patriots. That's going to be on Kyle Williams. 5-yard penalty. Second down. So he has to be on the ball, and he was too far behind. He was playing off ball. So Patriots get backed up. 2nd and 9. Kayshon Boutte on the field. 2nd and 9. Austin Hooper in motion. Drake snaps the ball. Drake goes out to Mac Hollins. He's going to be short of a first down, but that does move Patriots a bit closer. Big shout out to Trey, who comes in with a $5 donation and says, can't even air it out against a statistically bottom 10 secondary. Is that a result of play calling or below average weapons? I think it's execution, in my opinion. Like, the weapons play a part, but we've seen that against good competition, they've done better. So against bottom caliber teams, like, no, it comes down to execution, partially play calling. But this one goes out to Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry's going to catch this one. Henry, it could be a tied game right now if you caught that one in the end zone, but it's all right. Make up for it. Get in the end zone here. We don't have to talk about it. But moves the chains nonetheless. He's just going to run an in route. He's able to get the first. So I like it. I like what I'm seeing from Drake May outside of the terrible interception, but I like that he's getting his playmakers involved. That was my big gripe last week. You're just going to Matt Collins. Go out to Hunter Henry, go out to Diggs, and he's doing that here. Oh, Travion Henderson gets the handoff. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He hit him with a spin move, and it looked like he had him. It looked like he hit Hamilton with a spin move, but then went down. And it looked like it was a corner blitz with Hamilton, and he does it perfectly. Hamilton reads that perfectly on the corner blitz. And Travion Henderson, beautiful spin move. I don't know why he went down. I mean, did he just get off balance with the spin? Drake May looking downfield. He's going to have to throw this ball away on 2nd and 13. Drake went outside the pocket, keeping his eyes downfield, again remaining a passer, but nothing was there. 3rd and 13. Now for the Patriots. Where are we on the field? Is there field goal opportunity? I mean, you know it's a pass play. And here's the thing. The Patriots struggle when it's 3rd and short. But when it's 3rd and long, again, Drake May is the best deep ball thrower in the league. The best we've seen since like 1970. When it's 3rd and long, like 3rd and 13 that they're in right now, they just seem to always get it. Automatic. I don't know what it is. Ramondre on the field, staying in as a blocker. Drake May drops back. Ramondre is going to go out as a receiver. Drake May has time deep down the field. That's a first down. That's Mac Hollins, his go-to guy. Best deep threat on this team, which feels kind of crazy. You think it'd be Kayshon Boutte. I feel like they should get him more opportunities in the deep game. But Mac Hollins moves the chains for the Patriots on a 3rd and 13. We got a touchdown. We got a touchdown. It's on the screen. That's how I know it's a touchdown. It's gonna be a tight end up the middle. It's gonna be a tight end up the middle. Watch. Drake May drops back, has time deep down the field. That's Austin Hooper, but that's not a touchdown. I'm like 3 plays behind. 17th grab of the year for Austin Hooper. Good play by him. That's another thing that I want to see more from the Patriots is utilize the 12 personnel more. Get Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper more involved. Drake May loves the tight ends. Like, why are we not seeing more of Hooper this season? One of the biggest questions, but he goes one-on-one. Who is that? Who's the defensive back? Hooper goes one-on-one with Gilman, number 12 for Baltimore, makes the play. It's going to be a 1-yard touchdown here for the Patriots. Drake May is going to fake the handoff. He's going to go out to a wide open Hunter Henry. And Henry, in fact, makes up for it. And Hunter Henry grabs the ball, looks down on it, and just keeps patting it. Why? Because he knows that he should have had the touchdown earlier, but he didn't. So Drake May fakes the handoff on the 1 yard line. Baltimore bites. They think that it's going to be a run play. And Drake May has Hunter Henry wide open in the end zone. Schemed up beautifully. And I mean, wow, talk about Baltimore biting hard. Every single player, especially the linebacker, sold on that for Baltimore. So great job by the Patriots. And that was brought to you by Matt Collins. And that was brought to you by the tight ends. Let's do it. Automatic Andy goes right up the middle. And just like that, the game is tied. And so, I mean, that turnover by Drake May could have really been the nail in the coffin early on for the Patriots. But shout out Jalen Hawkins. The defense comes up big. They get a play when they need it the most, and the Patriots back in the game. They have regained momentum. Now the defense has to do its job again, make some more plays, force a 3 now. Let's get the ball back. There's still 11 minutes left in the second. So can the Patriots get on the board again, then start the ball in the third quarter and really take this game over? Thanks. Is that what's his face? Yeah. Bro, like there's
So you gotta draw the line.
there's conversations on like who's going to be a Patriot first, AJ Brown, or is it going to be Derrick Henry?
I wouldn't want.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I like Derrick Henry. I don't know if I want Derrick Henry anymore. Like, Derrick Henry's got so much tread on his tire. What is he?
I think he has more fumbles.
I believe no, Derrick Henry has more fumbles this season than Ramondre. And Patriots fans can't even stand Ramondre. Mike Reese just said H delivery on that drive. He says Hawkins forced the fumble. Hollins deep in cut on 3rd and long. Hooper deep touchdown catch right up the seam. Henry touchdown catch. A drive for the H's. Hunter Henry, what is he? What's his average? Oh, wait, not Hunter Henry. Excuse me. Derrick Henry. He's averaging. Oh, wow. Wait, no way. So, like, here's the thing. Derrick Henry has had an issue fumbling the ball this year, but his production's actually good. Yeah, like, outside of the fumbles, Derrick Henry's actually been pretty damn good. I mean, he's averaging 4.8 yards per carry.
How many?
4.8 yards per carry on 233 carries for 1,125 yards. Yeah, it's a lot of carries. He averaged 9.4 yards against Buffalo early on. He's averaging 7.1 yards per carry right now in this game, which is crazy. He averaged 9.1 against Cincinnati, 6 the first time against Cincinnati, 5.7 against Cleveland, 6.3 against Miami. I don't know. Maybe I do want Derrick Henry. For the right price, I wouldn't mind it. Derrick Henry is old, though. That's the problem. AJ Brown, though, like, he also doesn't look himself. That's an interesting conversation. Patriots fans, I want to hear from you guys because it feels destined that at least one of those guys will be a Patriot. Who would you want? Would you want Derrick Henry or would you want AJ Brown? Patriots fans, let us know in the comment section below. I'm kind of curious what the large majority has to say. Shout out to my boy S27 who comes in with a $2 donation and says, abandon the run, establish the pass. Well, you don't want to abandon the run too much because we abandoned the run last week against Buffalo, and that's what lost the Patriots the game because they couldn't get it done through the air. I think the big thing is that don't be predictable if you're the Patriots. Don't just run. Don't just pass. Run the ball to open up the pass, right? That's their problem, especially in the second half. The Patriots take their foot off the gas and get so damn predictable offensively in half two. But Lamar passes this one off to DeAndre Hopkins, and that one just, what did he do? Bobble that one? Bobbled and just drops it. So Baltimore on the 35-yard line, they're going to hand this one off with Mitchell. He's going to get maybe a yard. I think he's second year. Whoa, big shout out to my boy, Mr. Automotive, with a big $50 donation. Everybody give it up in the chat for Mr. Automotive and leave a heart on his super chat to show him some love and support. Patriots fans, what do we think about that $50 donation? Oh, yeah, man. Big shout out, Mr. Automotive. Patriots send an all-out blitz on Lamar, and that is going to be incomplete on 3rd and 9. So the Patriots fourth a punt on 4th and 9, baby. Let's go. Great job by the Patriots, too, to send out that all-out blitz on 3rd, because Lamar Jackson is one of the worst quarterbacks in football when it comes to pass rush. He is not good. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, the Patriots send an all-out blitz, and he just throws the ball out of bounds. Dude, Marcus Jones, 14.3 yards per return is the most in NFL history. Marcus Jones is the best returner we've seen ever in the NFL. That's crazy. All right, Marcus is saying no return. And that's going to be down at the 25-yard line. That's where the Patriots are going to take over. So, all right, Drake May was starting to build some momentum in the passing game there. Can he continue to do that, get in a groove, build that momentum that it felt like he wasn't in last week? And let's make this thing 14-7. What's there? 10 minutes left in the second. So I don't think you're going to be able to use all 10 minutes on this drive, but if they can get into the end zone and give the Ravens the ball back with limited time, and then defense comes up big and you come out here in the third quarter and you're able to put up more points, I start to feel a little bit better about where this team's at. Let's send the Ravens packing. But our boy, Mr. Automotive, with his $50 donation, says, everyone say touchdown Patriots. Let's effing go. Let's effing go, baby. Was down and out early on. It wasn't looking very good. But they came back. They came back. Shout out to our boy, Bucks TB 1274 for becoming a new YouTube member. We appreciate you as always, and you now get exclusive access to the emojis that we have: a Drake May, Mike Vrabel emoji, the old Patriots Global logo, the Patriots Global face logo, all of that good stuff that you only get by becoming a member. And on top of that, you get priority replies in the comment sections on videos, live streams, and everything in between. F the Bills. Dude. I think the biggest thing for me is just like, when I look at that Bills loss, yes, congratulations on the Bills from coming back from behind, but like, do we not acknowledge the fact that the Patriots blew a 21-point lead? Like, yeah, we deserve to be clowned for that. Like, that's BS. When you're up 21 points, yes, credit to the other team for being able to take advantage of your bad football to come back from behind, but it starts with the team that has the 21-point lead to start playing bad football to allow that opposing team to come back. Like, if this was the other way around, I feel like Bills fans would be being like, oh, we beat ourselves. Y'all didn't do anything. Like, we took our foot off the gas. But because they were the ones that came back from being blown out 21-0, it's like, no, it's because Josh Allen's MVP. Like, dog, yeah, he played well. He didn't do anything crazy, but like, we shot ourselves. We shot ourselves is what that was. I don't understand how it's like, damn, like, I have so much respect for Josh Allen and the Bills and even a lot of Bills fans, but it's like, damn, ever since the Patriots beat them early on in the season, it's like excuses after excuses after excuses, dog. Like, why are we acting like the Bills are like owning the Patriots because they won one game where New England blew a 21-point lead? New England's still top of the AFC East. New England beat you early on in the season. What? But all right, Patriots at the 25-yard line. They're going to fake the handoff. Drake May is going to check this one down to Pop Douglas. Pop Douglas, big hit there on the sideline. Roquan Smith and Hamilton. Drake May has the second deepest average depth of completion in the NFL with 7.3 yards and the highest completion percentage in the league. 2nd and 4 now for the Patriots. 2nd and 4. This is going to be Henderson. Was that Stevenson? Was that Stevenson or Henderson? I thought it was Henderson. No, that is Stevenson. That's going to be Stevenson up the middle. Dude, I saw the guy fly through.
Was like
That's why I said, too. I saw Westover flying through the line, and I was like, is he still going? Like, why is nobody freaking out right now when it's like, nah, bro's blocking 50 yards down the field? Drake May is 6 of 7 for 63 yards, or at least that was what he was on the last drive. 3rd and 3 for the Patriots. Drake drops back. Goes in the middle. Oh. That's Diggs. Go, Diggs. Go. Go. Diggs gets to the 35-yard line, and the Patriots are across the 50. Diggs, man, boy, oh boy, where was that last week, dude? It's good to see Diggs back, but like, God, where were you last week? Crossing route here for Diggs on a 3rd and 3, and that is a huge play for the Patriots to get across the 50. Patriots love their crossers. Yeah. 2 receptions for 58 yards already for Diggs. That's crazy. Drake May drops back. Drake May has time. He checks it down to Henderson. Henderson makes a guy miss. Henderson, just shy of a 1st down, put a move on a defender to get a few extra yards. Reporters saying that they had to force Stephon Diggs into the blue medical tent after that first catch he got, where he was pointing to his shoulder after that big hit early on in the game. Oh, shit. Henderson's hurt. Henderson's in the backfield, probably this play. 2nd and 1. Nope, next play. Quarterback sneak, and they got it. So fresh set of downs, but I see you guys saying Henderson's hurt. How bad are we talking? Patriots need Henderson bad. This many people? There's a lot of people saying he got injured. How bad are we talking here, folks? I haven't seen the play yet. I think it's a shoulder. Well, it has to be this play. He's in the backfield right now. Patriots at the 29-yard line. They're going to go to Henderson. Yeah, he hit that shoulder hard. Henderson is, I see the play that you guys are talking about. He was slammed hard on that, was that right shoulder? Hopefully he's okay. The Patriots cannot afford to lose him. Looks like his rear right shoulder. So Henderson's up. He goes back down. Currently, Henderson leads the NFL in offensive rookie of the year odds, and definitely don't want to lose him. He tried to get up, was clearly in pain, and just went right back down. So for those who are wondering where exactly it looks like, it's right back here. He fell pretty hard on. And so, again, rear right shoulder is what it looks like. Trying to see if we can get any type of update. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. We haven't. No update on Henderson right now. Hopefully, he'll be okay. He tried to shake it off and he couldn't. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. If he's listed out early on, it's never a good sign. So hopefully that's not the case, but nothing yet. Dude, Jackson Dart was terrible today. Jackson Dart put up 0.02 fantasy points. No. He was 7 of 13 for 33 yards, 0 touchdowns, an interception, and 2 rushes for 7 yards. Who did the Giants? Oh, they played Minnesota. That's crazy. Yo. It's like his upper back to upper right shoulder. Got the wind knocked out of him, maybe. But Ramondre Stevenson on the field. Drake May getting outside the pocket. He's under pressure. And he's taken down. Draymond Jones comes in. Guy they made a trade for at the trade deadline with Tennessee. Someone who supposedly the Patriots were in on too. So Henderson's in the blue medical tent. Hopefully he's okay. Morgan Moses has been hurt. He's been out. There we go. So Morgan Moses and Munford Jr. are now both injured. So Patriots are killing over at right tackle. Sorry, guys. So some technical difficulties. We're trying to get everything plugged in correctly. There we go. See, we got the audio back. I know the microphone got unplugged. I don't think up here. I think the problem is that the one was too big for it. Oh shit. Here, give me the power bank quick. Oh, plug that in. We're good now. This is probably the most technical difficulties I've ever had. This is what happens when you got like 4 studio lights, a camera, a TV, an iPad, audio equipment. There we go. There we go. We're back, baby. We're back. And let's make sure we get this game back too. It said 1% on the computer, and I saw it lagging, and I was like,
yeah, that's not good.
Dude, because if the computer died, we would have been so screwed. All right. So Baltimore has the ball after the Andy Borgales field goal. Promise, guys, no more technical difficulties. We've been doing watch parties for like 2 years. This has never happened. So, for the record. I think I need a new power strip is why. So basically what was happening there, because I think a lot of you are going to be wondering what just went on. We have audio equipment and lights and everything plugged into a power strip, obviously. And so I think the button that turns the power strip on and off is so loose. And so my computer charger is like laying over the button and is so sensitive that it kept turning it off. And so it was turning off the audio equipment. It was turning off the lights. We couldn't get the damn charger in for the computer. That was at 1%. So we were dealing. We were dealing pretty roughly there for a second. But 1st and 10 for me. This is where the game left me updated. Derrick Henry, first carry. Gain of 6 on first. It's 2nd down. Looks like Kyrie's Tonga has a run stuff here on 2nd down. Colby, can you fix the Patriots defense like the technical difficulties? I'm going to have to go hands-on. I mean, that's the only way. That's the only way for me to fix it. You guys saw in real time, I went hands-on with our equipment issues there, and it worked out. I'm going to have to get hands-on with the Patriots defense to fix it. It's the only way. I'll take the veteran minimum, though. They're going to give this one off to Derrick Henry again, and Derrick Henry, stopped behind the line. You don't see that very often. Good stop there for the Patriots. Again, that one's by Kyrie's Tonga, who comes up big. All right, Lamar drops back on a 3rd and 4, and that's none other than Zay Flowers, of course. Zay Flowers beats, looks like Christian Gonzalez on the play, who we were talking about early. Yeah, and it is. We were talking about him early on in today's stream, and Zay Flowers is one-on-one man coverage with Gonzo and just gets beat. That's the unfortunate part, though, about man coverage is that simple things like slants and out routes give you easy leverage, and as long as your quarterback sees it early enough, you're going to get the leverage there. So Lamar drops back to pass again. He's under pressure. Can the Patriots get him? Nobody's there. Lamar's looking deep. He's throwing, and that is incomplete. Saw the defenders in his face, was looking for Mark Andrews, but can't connect. 2nd and 10. Right now, what we're seeing is Lamar Jackson, when he has that running game, or it's 3rd and short situations, he's able to pass the ball. When it's long situations, he's struggling. When there's pressure on him, he's struggling. Harbor Free, get yourself a lawn power strip with like 16 outlets. I've used it for years. No problem. Dude, the power strip I'm using, like 7 outlets maybe. It's not enough. It's not enough. Low key, maybe I should ask that for my Christmas gift. Can I have a power strip for Christmas? Chason misses the sack on Jackson. He already has a career high in sacks with the Patriots here in 2025. Could have had another one there, but misses it. Jackson avoids it. He's going to get a couple before he's brought down. It's 3rd and 6 now. Ravens are at the 49-yard line, so they are across the 50. Lamar's changing the play up. 3rd and 6. Mitchell goes to the outside. Patriots send a blitz. That's going to be to Hopkins, and Hopkins gets the first down. So the first time the Patriots send a blitz to Lamar, and unfortunately doesn't work. 3rd and 6, and he just checks that one out to DeAndre Hopkins, who gets it, and he's a couple of extra there after he gets the first down marker. CEO can buy you one. CEO, man. I need a CEO first. Tell the YouTube CEO to buy me one. All right. Lamar fakes a handoff. He's going to pass. Patriots have pressure, but that's going to be Polar, the tight end. 3rd string tight end at that. Going to get down to the 23-yard line, and that should take us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes still left in the second. Patriots receive the ball to start the 3rd. But the Ravens are driving down the field right now. Can the Patriots stop the Ravens on the 2-minute drill? It's 10-7. We got to get a sack on him, Jason. I agree. Chason should have had that. And that would have put them into probably about 3rd and 10 roughly. But instead, actually probably would have been more like a 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. But unfortunately, Lamar picks up a couple of yards after the Chason missed sack. Hopefully the Patriots can at best hold them to a field goal for a tied game. But only one timeout for the Patriots. So I was going to say hopefully they'll have a 2-minute drill of their own. The Patriots have been pretty good in their 2-minute drills. But in some other news, Morgan Moses is on the sideline testing his knee. getting into some pass sets, so maybe he's coming back into the game. Munford is also doing the same, so maybe Patriots getting at least one of those tackles back on the right side. Oh, you guys, I just realized we're not even plugged in. There we go. You guys, this whole time I didn't know that we were on the other audio setting. We wanted the actual mic, baby. We spent a lot of money on the systems. Wow, 6 teams could win the AFC still? Damn. That's crazy. All right, still 1st and 10 for Baltimore at the 24-yard line. They're going to give this one off to Lamar, who has the option. He had Mitchell on the outside, but chose to take it. Lamar's out of the game. Whoa, so injury update. Travion Henderson is being evaluated for a head injury. So potential concussion for Henderson, which this might sound crazy because you obviously don't want him to be injured. But like, I think a head injury is probably better than a shoulder injury. Concussion, you could be out 1 to 2 games. But Tavai with a big loss on Mitchell on the play. Tavai was the first one there, was getting stiff-armed until reinforcements came with Jack Gibbons and company. Big, big loss there for the Ravens. Patriots have a lot of injuries. Cornerback Charles Woods ankle questionable to return along with Henderson and Munford Jr. Trying to see where Lamar gets hurt here because we see that Lamar comes out of the game and you got Huntley that comes in for him. Or maybe not even injured. Maybe he's just out of the game. Maybe it's just a package. I'm trying to see if he got injured or if he's just out as part of the package. No, he looks like he's in pain. That's an injury. So Huntley is in the game. Lamar this isn't a package. This is just Lamar's injured. This is 3rd and 12. And as you can see by the score, the Ravens do go for the field goal and they get it to tie the game. So Patriots do get a 2-minute drill of their own with a timeout in just over a minute. A screen, of course, they set up for the backup quarterback. So they head them to a field goal, man. And they were driving down the field for a minute, so it's good that they were able to get the stop. Looks like Lamar is going to go in the blue medical tent. They mentioned maybe a knee to the ribs. Yeah, so Lamar Jackson per Adam Schefter's questionable to return with a back injury. Something to watch. Damn. All right, well, game's all tied up. I mean, you might as well, like, keep Lamar out at least until halftime and just see if he can shake it off. evaluate him, right? Even if the Ravens somehow get the ball back before halftime, like you still don't want to put him out there. Minute and 3 seconds with a timeout. Morgan Moses has returned to the game, so good injury news for the Patriots. About time. Get some good news in that area. Put this in the chat real quick. Make sure, of course, if you guys aren't subscribed, you do subscribe to the channel here at Patriots Global for all your New England Patriots news, thoughts, reactions, breakdowns, and everything in between. Like I said, Morgan Moses returned for the Patriots over at right tackle. Stephon Diggs at the bottom at X receiver. Pop Douglas also on the field with Ramondre. Drake May under pressure immediately. Kyle Van Noy, and Drake throws on the run trying to find Douglas. It's going to be incomplete. Who's that? Hamilton in coverage? He's kind of lucky because that ball it could have potentially been picked. So 2nd and 10, Drake drops back. He has nothing but time. Drake's going deep, and he hits Booty. Booty, did he get it? And they'll say he got it. Good throw by Drake. Good catch by Kayshon Booty to drag the toes. Keep that ball in bounds. So Drake, nothing but time. Oh, what a great play by Kayshon Booty. Knees in bounds, toes in bounds, slide, the concentration. Great throw for the Patriots. Clock stops too. Or, guess clock didn't stop. This one goes out to Diggs. Diggs go out of bounds? So Diggs will go out of bounds. And now the clock will stop. So 2 big back-to-back plays for the Patriots. First one to Kayshon Booty. Next one to Stephon Diggs. That goes for about 10 or 11 yards, and he goes out of bounds to stop the clock. No timeouts left for the Patriots either, so everything's going to have to be hurry-up offense or out of bounds. Drake drops back. He's going to go outside to Diggs. Diggs gets the ball, goes out of bounds. Patriots, at the very least right now, trying to set themselves up for an Andy Borgales field goal to take the lead before halftime. Patriots, again, will have the ball to start the 3rd quarter, and so if they can take the lead before half, that'd be huge. Drake May's 14 of 19 for 173 and a touchdown with an interception in this game. 2nd and 7 for the Patriots. 40 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Drake drops back. He has some time. He's going to go to Hunter Henry, who looks like he didn't have that, but somehow still makes the catch, but he's inbounds. Clock is rolling under 30 seconds. Are they going to run a play? Are they going to spike it? Looks like they're going to run a play here, and they will. Drake drops back. He's under pressure. Drake fumbles. So Drake May, they go hurry up offense. He avoids some pressure, and then the edge comes off his block and strips Drake May, and the Ravens just recover, bounces right to Jones. Washington actually is the one that makes the play. Makes a big play. I mean, the Patriots were driving down the field. I mean, they had an opportunity for at least 3 points to take the lead, and now 19 points and 2 timeouts for the Ravens. They have an opportunity to now take the lead themselves. That's 2 turnovers now for the Patriots. Drake May is really showing 2024 Drake May right now. I mean, getting strip sacked outside the pocket, a terrible interception. He's had some good moments, but it's just the costly turnovers that's really affecting. He goes outside to Mark Andrews. Oh, and that's a fumble of their own, and the Patriots recover. What was Mark Andrews doing? Carlton Davis comes up. There's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play. Is that a fumble? What? DeAndre Hopkins is saying Baltimore has it. Two fouls by each team. Roughing the passer by Jack Gibbons. Illegal forward pass by Mark Andrews. Those penalties offset. And it's first down. That was an interception? Was that a fumble? Did it hit the ground?
It looked like it was roughing the passer.
That roughing the passer call was questionable, though. Keep in mind, Lamar Jackson's not in the game, and they're just going to kneel this thing after a very strange play. I'm not sure what Mark Andrews was trying to do. He got the ball, and instead of going down, he was trying to lateral the ball to hopefully get a bigger play and give the Ravens the lead. And unfortunately, they called roughing the passer on Jack Gibbons, but also the illegal forward pass offsets it. So it is halftime. I got to stop turning the football over. I think that's probably my big halftime. Yeah, roughing the passer, right? I mean, I don't really know how that was roughing the passer, but yeah, it is. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Nonetheless, I'm looking at this New England Patriots game, and I think the biggest problem for them is that they're shooting themselves in the foot yet again with a lot of just costly turnovers, obviously, here by Drake May. I mean, the interception that should have been, 7 points for them, at the very minimum 3 points, but Drake May ultimately turns the football over. They're able to come back and bounce back then and get a forced turnover of their own on Derrick Henry and then get into the end zone with Hunter Henry, who makes up for the previous drop on the drive prior. But Drake May then here gets outside the pocket and gets stripped when the Patriots are running hurry-up offense. That's an opportunity for the Patriots at minimum. I mean, there was under 30 seconds left. I mean, I'm not saying they would have gotten into the end zone, but there was opportunities. Again, at minimum, though, that should have been 3 points there for the Patriots to take a lead 13-10. And they at least get lucky that Baltimore wasn't able to do anything with time still left on the clock. But Drake has got to stop with the turnovers because they're driving down the football field. And I think that's the big thing. It's not like these turnovers are happening on their own 30, 40-yard line. Like, no, you're across the 50. You have an opportunity for easy points, and you just keep turning the football over when you were in a position to get no less, or at the very least, I should say, 3 points. And so got to stop turning the football over. Got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Defensively, I think they're doing their job. You know, I'm not saying everything's perfect. The run defense is concerning still. Kyrie's Tonga, we got another injury update. He is also questionable to return with. See, Kyrie's Tonga is questionable to return with a foot injury. So he was being evaluated for that. We'll see if he ultimately returns in the second half. But obviously, he's a big piece that this team needs both offensively and defensively. And he dealt with a chest injury just a couple of weeks ago after the injury that he suffered against the Bengals. So all in all, though, I think the defense has done its job. They were able to force that turnover, almost another one. Got to watch the penalties is probably the biggest thing. But outside of that, it really just comes down to offense. You need to step up. You've only put up 10 total points. And the Baltimore Ravens, their defense has gotten better as the season's gone on, but it's still not a very good defense. And you should be able to take advantage of their lack of pass rush. You should be able to take advantage of Humphrey, who's, again, given up top 5 most yards out of any defensive back in the NFL so far this season. It just, right now, they're not. Why? Because, again, they are getting into a position where they're driving down the football field and they're shooting themselves in the foot. They're turning the football over. That has been their biggest problem. The Patriots' red zone struggles just feel like they continue, but in fact, it feels like in a lot of ways it's only gotten worse because instead of the Patriots just settling for 3 or having to punt the football, no, now you're driving down the field. You have all this momentum, but then you're turning the football over, which also on top of not getting any type of points is also transferring all of the momentum that you have into the opposing team. And I'm a big believer, if you've been around this channel, that football is a huge game of momentum. It's not just about talent. It's this pass off of momentum from one team to another. And really the team that has the most momentum is the game is usually the team that ultimately comes out winning. So I think Drake's had some really good moments. I think Drake's also had some really questionable moments. I'm not sure what's happened since that bye week, but he's got to be better. It's better he makes mistakes now versus the wild or divisional. I do agree, but here's the thing. 1 week is one thing. Multiple weeks starts to become a trend. And I think if we start to see a trend for Drake May to where he's struggling, we can't just say, oh, hey, at least he's learning from these mistakes. It's like, well no, if he's going to continue to play this way for the rest of the regular season coming out of the bye week, we're going to say, is it time to be concerned about May? Because if he comes out of the bye week and he struggles against Buffalo and then he struggles against the Ravens and then he struggles against the Jets and he struggles against the Dolphins, I'm not going to say, oh, well, he's learning from these games and he'll be fine come postseason time. I'm going to say, well, no, the final 4 games of the season coming out of the bye week, you totally lost it. What exactly happened? So again, he's not playing bad. I think that Drake May's doing the hard things. In fact, let's look at his stats here real quick. Pull this up here. At halftime, Drake May is, he's 15 of 20. It isn't bad at all. He's 15 of 20 for 178 yards, 11.9 yards per throw, a touchdown, sacked 3 times, which is kind of crazy that he was sacked 3 times because I know there was a rotation over on the right side, but outside of that, I don't feel like the pressure's been great for Baltimore. I think it's really just, again, the same issues we talked about earlier this season. Drake May's kind of just running into guys and kind of getting himself sacked. Has an overall rating of 97.5, along with 3 rushes for 5 yards. So not a spectacular first half, but I think you see that he's making some throws. I think the reason it's not lighting up the stat sheet, I think the reason that we're having some questions about Drake is more so in large part because of the turnovers, right? You're not capitalizing with points. The Patriots should easily have the lead by no less than 1 possession. You could argue 2, and they don't right now. They're also not running the football particularly well. Travion Henderson, I thought, had some good moments before getting injured. Henderson had 5 carries for 3 yards. He was averaging 0.6 yards per carry. Drake May's averaging 1.7 yards per carry. Ramondre Stevenson's not doing bad at all, actually. He's 3 carries, but 14 yards, 4.7 yards per carry with a long run of 7. So I don't know why we're not running the football more, would probably be my biggest question. first half, and our running backs have 8 carries combined. Why has Drake May thrown the ball 20 times? I think that's a very questionable decision by Josh McDaniels. Now, I do understand that the secondary for Baltimore is a much bigger weakness than their run defense. Their run defense is about middle of the pack in the NFL. But again, Drake May is on pace right now. And look, on pace doesn't mean a whole lot, but for whatever it's worth, Drake May is on pace to throw the ball 40 times in this game, which I don't think is a recipe to succeed. If you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, sure, maybe it is, but we don't have that. You know, this is an offense that has to run the football to set up the pass. And I know that Travion Henderson is injured, but 8 total carries for your running backs? I mean, we're on pace to run the ball 16 total times with the running backs for this entire game. I don't love that. I don't love that. But drop some questions that you guys have in the chat. We'll do a little Q&A. Before we do that, though, while you guys drop your questions in the chat, go grab something. All right, Pass Nation, let's run this thing back, baby. Drop any questions you guys have. Big shout out to my boy Jason, who also becomes a member of the channel. First time, Jason. We are very, very lucky to have you, man. Appreciate your support as always. Did you find that spider from a while ago? No. So every time I'm in my studio, I kind of hold my breath a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all think Henderson can get 10 more receiving yards? Rich, Henderson has a head injury, so he's questionable to return. So I would say yes, but given the fact that he has a head injury, probably won't return. I'm going to say no. But look, we talked about the Patriots offense and some of the questionable things that they've done, their struggles along with some of the good things. Another thing I'll say too is I really, really like that Drake May is getting the ball in the hands of his playmakers and he's spreading the football out. He didn't do that against Buffalo. It was just Matt Collins, and no disrespect to Matt Collins, but he's not the type of receiver that you want to force feed the ball to. It's like a 3. He's a 4. He's just not that kind of guy. If you have like a Jamar Chase or T. Higgins you're forcing the ball to and you're feeding them all game long, you kind of understand why. You have to spread the ball. You have to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Drake May's gotten the ball to Austin Hooper, Hunter Henry, Stephon Diggs, Demario Douglas, Kayshon Boutte, Ramondre Stevenson, Travion Henderson. So he's really passing the football everywhere, and that really prevents the Baltimore Ravens defense from honing in on one specific guy and really just taking them away. But Lamar Jackson at halftime was 7 of 10 for 101, 14.4 yards per throw and a 102.5 rating. And then you had Derrick Henry, who outside of the fumble was actually running the football pretty well. He had a long run of 21 yards, but 9 carries, 56 yards. He's averaging about 6.2 yards per carry. Lamar did a couple of good things with the ball in his hand, but I thought the Patriots did very, very well at limiting him. Although Lamar Jackson this season hasn't really done much from a rushing standpoint since that injury. I think he's very limited due to that injury, but I mean, 2 runs for Lamar, 7 total yards. Mitchell went 5 carries, 6 yards, 1.2 yards per carry. So as long as they can continue to limit Derrick Henry, I think that this Patriots defense is doing pretty damn well and they're getting their job done. Kyle Williams on the return. Oh, he gets hit hard. But the Patriots will be down here at the 30. Wow, Josh Allen did not have a particularly amazing day. 12 of 19 for 130. How about that? No touchdowns. No touchdowns. So Morgan Moses still in the game at right tackle. Good sign for the Pats. Still no Henderson. Ramondre in the field. Diggs is in motion. Drake's going to pass again. That goes out to Diggs. Diggs shakes off a tackle. Tries to get another one. Does get another one and then goes down. He's going to get about 4 yards. That guy wearing Jordans as cleats. It's crazy. I don't know if I like... I don't know if I like the look. It looks kind of random. So Diggs is at 5 receptions for 76 yards. Oh my gosh. My boy Isaiah comes in with a big $10 donation. Everybody give it up in the chat for Isaiah. He says, so I did a mock draft for this upcoming offseason where I went guard, edge, wide receiver. Would you agree that guard is a must? Drake May here was looking for Austin Hooper, but that one goes incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now. Personally, I wouldn't go guard in the first. I think that this is a very, very good edge class. I would probably go edge in the first round, potentially even linebacker in the first round. I like some of the linebackers here, especially if Reese somehow miraculously falls to you if you trade up for him. It's a guy I like early on in this process. If you can get a wide receiver 1, I would say go out and get him. If you can't get a wide receiver 1, I don't particularly think they need to draft one early on. 3rd and 6, Drake May goes to Stephon Diggs, and that's going to be incomplete. Diggs bats the football down. Looks like he's trying to prevent the interception. I mean, even if Diggs catches that, it really doesn't matter. He's going to be shy of the first anyway. You got Nate Wiggins, the second-year cornerback, going up against him, and that's a comeback route. I mean, Diggs is being held all day. Diggs is being held. What do we... Still holding his arm. I don't... Patriots shifting the coverage for Behringer. Patriots going to take a delay of game here for the special teams. So Patriots, unfortunately, are going to punt on their opening series. I don't know. There's a lot to fix for this team, it feels like. It just feels like since that Cincy game, like the Giants game was good, but it's also the Giants. I just feel like since that Cincy game, still a lot of stuff has gone inconsistent for this team. All right, so Behringer punts. Whoa! Behringer does get ran into, but no flag. Shout out to Julian Ashby, the rookie lawn snapper, who comes up with the special teams tackle. Tyler Huntley comes back, so Lamar Jackson still is not on the field. Can the Patriots take advantage of that? You got to expect they're going to run the ball a lot with Huntley and Henry. Here's the interesting thing. Like I said, Lamar Jackson, since his injury, has not ran the ball a lot, and when he does, it's not particularly amazing. Tyler Huntley he's going to give you more outside of the pocket as a mobile quarterback, along with what Derrick Henry's going to bring you. So they're going to open up the rush attack here. That could actually be scary for the Patriots. Let's see. Huntley is going to give this one off to Henry. Henry is going to push the pile forward for a good carry. It's going to be about 4 or 5. But kind of back to this question here. Like I said, I would go linebacker or edge in the first round. I think it's time to go back to defense in the first round. You went offense the last 2 years. You went Gonzo in 2023. I think edge and linebacker are two massive needs for the Patriots. If they want to keep Jared Wilson at guard, then you would need to be looking at center. And even if they switch him at center and you need a left guard, I'd be looking to free agency, and I would be looking... And Derrick Henry deep down the left side of the field, that's a first down and much more. So it has been Derrick Henry so far to start the third quarter for the Ravens, with Lamar Jackson out and the backup quarterback Snoop Huntley in. But again, when it comes to guard, I would just look at free agency. I would look to later on in the draft. I don't think you need to draft a guard in the first round if you're this team. You could even put right tackle up there, right? I mean, Morgan Moses is doing his job well enough, but he's going to be 35 this offseason. So Mitchell in the backfield. Barmore was there. Oh! Chason comes up and wraps him up by the neck, and Mitchell goes down. So Barmore had him back there. Barmore misses it, but Chason comes up and cleans it. That's going to be 2nd and long now for Baltimore, 2nd and 11 to be exact. But like I was also saying earlier, I think with wide receiver at this point, this Patriots team doesn't need a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They need a true coverage dictating number 1 guy. So I don't want to see them go out there and just use a 2nd or 3rd round pick on a number 2 or number 3 guy that isn't going to be a number 1, but is going to take up a roster spot. So Huntley fakes the handoff, and that's a sack for the Patriots. Who is that? Anthony Jennings comes up. So the guy the Patriots tried to trade this offseason, the guy they tried to trade at the trade deadline, the guy who everybody lists as simply a run defender, comes up with the snack on Snoop Huntley on this one. Good job by Jennings, who honestly I thought did very, very well on his reps. Gets past 2 guys and brings in Huntley with 1 arm. Gets a little bit of reinforcements there from Chason, but nonetheless, that was all Jennings there. And now the Ravens are backed up even more after a good drive. They're at the 47-yard line, likely in motion. Snoop Huntley's going to throw. He puts that one to Hopkins, who gets the ball and goes out of bounds, but that's 4th down. Baltimore is going to go for a 56-yard field goal to try and take the lead. I don't like that. Yeah, you don't got Tucker. I don't like Loop's a good kicker. Don't get me wrong, but 56 in a tied game. I don't know. I don't think I like that. He made a 62 in college, but what's his lawn in the league?
Oh, he missed it.
He missed it.
Wow.
It looked like he made it.
I thought that was going to be like perfect.
What was it, just short?
I don't think that was just short. Oh,
The TV made it look like it was in for a second.
like middle of the end.
He was probably 2 yards short.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was right up the middle though. Like the accuracy was there, but loop like 2 yards short. That would have been good from like 54.
I haven't.
Yeah, kickers these days are kicking like farther. What was it this offseason? The Jags guy had like a, what was it, 72 yarder?
Yes, I think.
So I mean, now you're giving the Patriots great field position. So I don't know what loop was kicking in before the game started. I don't know what his lawn was, but 56, man. Tied game. I don't like that for them. I mean, I love it for the Patriots, but would I get Tucker just for the playoffs? No. No, dude, Andy Borregales is balling. He's been huge for the Patriots, especially in that Cincinnati game. He accounted for like 13 points. Travion Henderson is ruled out. Head injury, won't return. So probably a concussion, which is strange because he looked in pain. Yeah, like when you go down with a concussion, maybe you're down for a second, but like you don't like look like you're in legitimate pain. And he grabbed his shoulder. Like I get maybe your neck you're grabbing. Like I've had a concussion before, but like grabbing your rear shoulder and it being a head injury, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the report looks like. But you have the Jets next week and then on the road, of course. And then after that, you host the Miami Dolphins at home, which Tua won't be playing. For those who weren't here in the beginning of today's show, there was a report from Ian Rappaport that came out earlier today. Miami is going to be sticking with head coach Mike McDaniels next year in 2026, but they're moving on from Tua. Ian Rappaport doesn't come out and say Tua won't be back just to say it. So Patriots will be playing a backup quarterback in the final week. So second down here after the Ramondre run. See what they give him on that. So I'll give him gain of 1 at 2nd and 9. Patriots really missing that speed of Henderson right now, though. I mean, keep in mind, like this is all Ramondre. Yeah. It looked like a rib injury to me. Drake goes out to Ramondre. Ramondre is going to bounce off a guy. Ramondre still in bounds. Ramondre still going. Ramondre down at the 30. And Henderson, who Ramondre says, makes a guy miss and then turns on the burners to get the first and more. Patriots driving right now. Hold on to the football. Ball security. Job security. Biggest problem in this game hasn't been driving down the field. It's just been hanging on to the football. Great play there by Ramondre, who, since coming back from that injury, just looks day and night. So Patriots, again, exactly on the 30. May drops back. He's going to pass. Does he take the check down? May gets outside the pocket. He's going to run. Thought he had Ramondre for the check down at one point, but didn't take it. Holy. This is tonight, yeah. Patriots have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 injuries. You got Travion Henderson out with a head injury. Thayer Munford Jr. questionable with a knee. Joshua Farmer out with a hamstring. Charles Woods questionable with an ankle. And Kyrie's Tonga questionable with a foot. Ramondre tries a spin move on 2nd and 2 and doesn't get it. I really feel like at this point in the season, it's not really about who has the best team. It's who has the best depth. And that's the thing, is like the Patriots don't have depth. Third and 2. Drake drops back. Drake's going deep.
Touchdown. Oh.
Off the hand of Ramondre Stevenson in the end zone. Ramondre had 2 steps on the guy.
Why do you 100? Oh, 5 wide. Why is Ramondre?
I mean, Ramondre had him, though. That's the thing. I mean, Drake just overshoots him. I mean, Drake's always so accurate on those deep balls, and this is just the one case where he wasn't. I mean, big shout out to Ramondre Stevenson, who had a step or 2 on the defender, and if Drake just hits him accurately, like that's an impressive touchdown catch for Ramondre. If Drake just hits him in stride and just overthrows him by like a foot. Yeah, no, that was not a good throw by Drake. Like, good job by Drake to be able to make that read, but then you got to make the throw. And accuracy for Drake over the last 2 weeks, man, coming out of that bye week, like his accuracy has been off. Last week, it was horrifically bad. This week, it's not as bad. It's not nearly as bad this week, but it's inconsistent still. I would say that was Drake May overthrown than Ramondre slowing down. I don't think Ramondre slowed down on the route. So Patriots settle for 3, but they do take the lead. Disappointing, man. Such a disappointing start for this Patriots offense that's averaging like 26, 30 points a game. And right now they're at 13 and they're struggling. I'd have to go back on the play and see where Diggs was. Everybody says Diggs was open on the play. I saw him on the left side, but I was paying attention to Ramondre. I didn't see if he got open. I'll have to go back and look. Yeah. Who's the guy on the left side? Wow. If it was Booty, I'm surprised. Look at Tamandre. All right, let's see if the defense can do its job. Brady, man, go Pats, baby, go Pats. I'd rather have May overthrown and incomplete than underthrown and a possible interception. I certainly agree with Trey, but I also expect Drake May, with as good as a deep ball thrower he's been, he's the best deep ball thrower in the league this season. I expect him to be better. I expect him to make that throw, especially after a disappointing week last week. I wanted to see Drake May come out and really have a good day. Fortunately, he hasn't. Drake can't just have good days against the Dolphins and the Jets. Like, he has to come out and he has to play good against a good team. All right, the Ravens run the ball here with Derrick Henry. Good, powerful run by him. Again, another 4 or 5 yards for him on this run. Hear that? Someone say, Drake May, I love you in the camera. It's crazy. You got to like be screaming that for the field to pick that up. All right, the Ravens are on the 39-yard line. Henry in the backfield. They're going to give this one off to him to the outside. And Henry, Patriots rally around the football. He's going to be shy by about a yard. It's going to be third down. Patriots don't play with a lot of 3 linebackers. That's just them trying to stop the run. Keep in mind, no Milton Williams, no Robert Spillane. Third and inches. Did the Ravens jump? Patriots say they did. It'd be 3rd and 5. A false start. That's likely. Damn, I mean, that was 3rd and inches. Likely moves. Great job by Chason to stop the play and point it out. 3rd and 5 now. Lawn 5. No Henry. Who's that, Mitchell? Zay Flowers on the outside. They're going to throw it. They give it to Hopkins on Carlton Davis. Davis hits him with a 6-7. That's going to be incomplete. 4th and 5. I'm surprised he caught that at all.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't think Hopkins got that. Hopkins, wait. Where does he get possession? 1. Oh!
No, that's not possession right there.
That's possession.
That's a catch.
Oh, damn.
It depends on where they call possession. Because if you,
he bobbles the ball twice.
Well, he doesn't have the ball pinned to him.
So Baltimore is going to challenge this one. If not, it's 4th and 5. It looks like when he gets control, he does drag 2 toes. And, man, if Hopkins gets this is just one of the greatest to ever do it. Taking advantage, and that's what veteran experience does for an offense. Well, we'll see what they call this, but if that's a catch by Hopkins, that's a crazy catch. He bobbles the football once. Then you say, all right, this is where he has possession. Then he bobbles the football a second time, and you're like, all right, this is where he has possession. And when he finally does maintain possession, he drags 2 toes. So if I had to put my money on it, I think this is going to come back as a catch. But we'll see what the refs think. Demario Douglas is questionable to return with a hamstring injury. Bro, what the heck? You're playing in Baltimore. You're not playing in Colorado. Dude, what a catch by DeAndre, man. You got to give credit where it's due, man. You got to give credit where it's due. Like, what happened since that bye week that everybody's injured? Like, Robert Spillane was chilling before the bye week, and then we come out of the bye week, and it's just like foot injury.
I feel like a lot of those guys were.
Like, what did bro do? Stub his toe, burning in the Christmas tree? Like, sounds like everybody says it's a catch. It is a completed catch. Baltimore not charged with a timeout. That's a great play by one of the best contested catch wide receivers in the NFL. I mean, Carlton Davis, that's a pass breakup. That's a pass breakup by Carlton Davis, but like he's got to play it a little bit longer. I mean, like, you could say Carlton Davis got to play that a little bit more, but I mean, like, dude, that's just crazy concentration by DeAndre Hopkins because Carlton Davis comes in, like, he gets a hand on that. He knocks that thing out. That's why it bobbles. And just that real-time concentration by Hopkins is crazy. Huntley goes out again. That's Zay Flowers. Oh, they're going to say, Christian Ellis with the face mask. Not Christian Ellis, but Zay Flowers immediately looked at the ref and called for it. I mean, there's a ref right next to them, and Christian Ellis pulls the face mask. Dog, why are you smiling? Like, why you is it that hard to not grab the face mask? Like, you just don't you don't put your claws into the face mask. Like, it's not like that's just undisciplined. They're going to give this one off to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry to the outside gets brought down by Gonzo. Make sure you guys leave a like if you have not already, of course, on the stream. Help support us tremendously. Second and 7. It's going to be a touchdown. It's going to be to Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers blockers ahead. Zay Flowers with the speed. Gonzo can't get him out. That's a touchdown. Zay Flowers. No flag. Again, I mean, there should be no points for the Ravens on this drive, but unfortunately, Carlton Davis, man, good play, but DeAndre Hopkins, veteran, that's a Hall of Famer right there, comes up and makes a better play. Leads to a touchdown. Oh, dude, I thought Schooler off the edge for a second there. Dude, Zay is cooking. Patriots only play backup quarterbacks. Dude, there's nothing they can do about that. They played Lamar for like an entire half, by the way, and they did nothing with Lamar. So I'm not really sure exactly what the point is there, but leverage on 94. Not sure. Usually what leverage is just pushing off. Gotta get your hands up to block. I mean, that drive was all Derrick Henry. Like, outside of the one DeAndre Hopkins catch, like, that was all Derrick Henry. The thing too is, it's like I can't crap on the run defense a whole lot. You don't have Robert Spillane, you don't have Milton Williams, Farmer's out of this game, Tonga's out of this game. I mean, like, what do you want? Like, 4 stringers to come in and like ball out against a Hall of Famer? You know, it's not gonna happen. It's the injuries that are killing us. You know who I blame this shit on? Yo, F the media, dog. You know what? I don't have a boss. I can come in here. I can say whatever the hell I want. That's the great part about being your own boss, running your own channel. F Boston media. That said, not all of Boston media, because there's a lot of guys in Boston media that I like. I've met personally. But F the guys in Boston media that decided to go on shows and Mike Vrabel in press conferences and say, hey, you guys aren't dealing with injuries this year. What do you think about your injury luck? As soon as they said that, the following week, it was injuries. Every single week, key guys going down, which is killing the Patriots right now. You don't talk about injury luck. Especially if it's good injury luck, you don't go out and you don't mention the good injury luck. I believe in the universe. I believe in karma. If you don't, that's up to you. I believe in it. I believe it's real. And I don't think it's ironic that they said that. And as soon as they said that, it was injuries. You never, that's like saying, wow, it can't get any worse though, right? You never say that. It always gets worse when you say that. Out of bounds kick, so good position for the Patriots. It's going to be at the 40. Yeah. Patriots are at the 25. How are you at the 25? You kicked it out of bounds. Oh my gosh, Drake just drops the football. Loss of 7. Drake just dropped the ball. He went to give it off to Ramondre. He has one hand on the football to give it off to Ramondre, and the ball just slips out of his hand. What is Drake doing over the last 2 weeks?
That's Drake, man.
Drake's under pressure. Drake throws on the run. He hits Henry.
The face mask.
I didn't see it. Third and 5. Drake has pressure on him. He shakes it off. Drake's got to throw it. He hits. All flag on the play, but he hits Booty. Offensive pass interference. Of fucking course, right? Of course. That's on Kayshon Boutte, who makes the play. Offensive pass interference. He's going up against Humphrey. Oh, he just pushes him back to try to get the leverage. Third and 15 now for the Pats. Drake drops back. Drake has pressure. He steps up into a defender. Oh! He hits Diggs right in the middle of the field. Now that's 100 yards already for Diggs, by the way. If I'm Drake May, just keep throwing to Diggs. Drake May, though, step up closer to the right side. Do you notice how he steps up to the left where the nearest defender is, and he gets a hand on Drake? Better awareness, Drake. Better awareness. What are we doing? Ramondre in the backfield. Drake fakes the handoff. He's looking downfield. He has time. Now he's under pressure. He hands it. Oh! Was trying to check it down there to Hooper, but that ball gets batted. Hamilton gets a hand on it. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. Hamilton, who struggles in coverage this season, talked about it a lot in today's episode. He's around the ball a lot today. He's made some big-time plays today. A diving tip to prevent the catch there by Hooper. Drake May drops back. Drake fires the ball in the field. Looking for Mac Hollins, and that's incomplete. It's 3rd and 10 now. You're not going to like the next 2 plays. Drake May drops back. Drake May throws the ball out of bounds and gets hit. Oh, he's down. Drake May's down. Teammates around him. He gets up. He's walking off. Looks good, but see what this is about. He turns, also turns his leg. It's 4th down, and New England's attempting it. Marte Mapu does nothing, fumbles the ball.
How could we gamble?
It's a 4-point game, and they give Marte Mapu the ball. It's a fake punt, and Marte Mapu is supposed to pass the ball here to, who is that, Jack Westover? Westover's wide open. Right there, Westover's wide open, and Marte Mapu isn't even looking his way to the only receiver.
The defender?
Yeah. The only receiver, bro, that is on the play in Jack Westover, who's open, and Marte Mapu is keeping his eyes downfield and runs with the football. Fumbles the football, by the way. That was the worst execution on a special teams fake I've ever seen. I'm not against special teams fakes, but you damn well got to make sure you execute it right, and I'm not sure what that was, but that was the most horrific attempt at a special teams fake I've ever seen. Baltimore's across the 50, but a false start here for them. 5-yard penalty on Ronnie Stanley. Who calls a fake punt in that situation? And it was a 4th and 10. Huntley gives it to Flowers at the 35. Flag again. Looks like it's going to be on the Ravens. False start. It's going to be in Rosengarten. All right, they're going to give this football off to Ricard. Or is that going to be Mitchell? That's going to be Mitchell, excuse me. Shy of the first. Lamar Jackson ruled out for the remainder of the game, but Huntley's 5 of 5 for 54 yards. This is a joke, bro. He went off though. He looked fine. Third and 1, and they sneak it, and they get it by an extra yard or two. Ravens still leading by 4, but they got a fresh set of downs, and it's the fourth quarter. This is an embarrassment, bro. Such incompetence. It just feels like 2024 since we got out of the bye week. Like, just the incompetence of lack of execution, the coaching staff not knowing what they're calling. Last week, it was Josh McDaniels offensively in the second half. And now this week, it's Mike Vrabel saying, yeah, let's in our own territory on a 4th and 10 when you're struggling to get down the field. Let's just go for it. You're down by 4. You're not down by 14. And you run a fake punt. At that point, you would have had a better chance going for it on 4th and 10 with the offense. Like how do you go from coach of the year, MVP quarterback, you win 10 straight games, to how can we lose every game that we play for the rest of the season? Like, what do we do on that bye week? It's 2021 all over again. Facts. Mapu was like, nah. He literally looked to the left side one time and then ran. Yeah, he's running with the ball open in one hand. Kyrie's Tonga and Charles Woods also won't return. Gonna need a miracle. And the Ravens have him good at home. Wow. Derrick Henry with a good, powerful run. He's going to get about 4. Patriots 92 says the defense is brutal to watch. On top of that, teams are starting to figure out May, and he looks like he did at the beginning of the year. I don't think teams are figuring out Drake May. I'm not looking at this game saying, wow, the Ravens had a great plan for Drake May. Drake inaccurate. I mean, that non-touchdown pass to Ramondre Stevenson, Drake May overthrows him. That's not on the Ravens. Drake May hitting Jack Westover and dropping the football, that's not on the Ravens. That's on Drake May. Drake May hitting his up, and might as well just give the touchdown. Derrick Henry gets to the 5-yard line on a 2nd and 6. Drake May throwing the football to Kayshon Boutte's legs for an interception. That's not on the Baltimore Ravens execution. That's on Drake May. It's just we're not executing. It's the same thing. We're all 3 phases. We're not executing. Special teams last week when you allowed Davis to get across the 50 4 different times. Marseille Mapu can't execute on a simple fake punt pass and runs the ball with one arm. Patriots about to be down by 14. Not 14, excuse me. 11. So angry, I can't do math right now. Their red zone percentage is the 2nd lowest in the NFL. Oh my gosh. They're going to give the football off to Henry. He's in. Richie says, Colby, don't fumble the division to us like the Finns. If we do, Richie, we're handing it to you. I mean, what is this? We're all watching. It's prime time. Everybody's got their TV on right now. This is an embarrassment. This is just a lack of execution. It's like the script came out and it said Patriots lose, and they said, well, how can we make sure we lose this game? This is Vrabel's fault. He shaved the mustache. Dude. Low-key. I'm trying to think, though, because he shaved it at the end of November. And so we played the Bills last week. Bye week before. Shoot, you might be right. Was that Giants game November? It was December 1st. So, like, that Giants game, they played really well. So, I mean, technically, he did shave it for that. So, technically, but I mean, since he shaved it outside of that Giants game, it's just been the downfall, bro. I'm not sure what Vrabel's thinking on that fake. Like, maybe they've been practicing that for months, and in practice, they've been executing it really, really well. So they felt confident from a coaching perspective. Look, the coaching staff can only call the plays and prepare the players, but the players have to go out and execute at the end of the day. The coaches can't force you to execute on the field, but like they didn't look prepared is my thing about that play. And it looks like they had no idea what was going on. And again, even then, why are you running a special teams fake in your own territory on 4th and 10? Down by 4. The 4th and 10 decision made 0 sense for the Pats. I agree. Shamari, I agree. I can't even try to make an excuse for you. Like, I would love to sit here and try to play devil's advocate and say, oh, well, maybe they were thinking this. Like, again, maybe they were trying to catch them off guard is the best thing I can tell you. But in your own territory, 4th and 10, you're down by 4. It's still the 3rd quarter. Why are you running that play? If you really want to be aggressive, why not pass it on 4th and 10? I'm not saying Drake's been great the last 2 weeks, but your success rate on a 4th and 10 with Drake May, Kayshon Boutte, Stephon Diggs, Hunter Henry is significantly higher than your linebacker passing the football, which he didn't even do. This is what, you're shooting yourselves in the foot. Now, I'm not telling you that the Patriots should win this game and it's only on them if they do lose. But what I'm telling you is that you went for it in your own territory, 4th and 10 on a punt fake. Worst call I've ever seen. Last week, you dropped a 21-point lead. They're shooting themselves in the foot in so many ways. And the Patriots have played some close games this season, but they weren't really shooting themselves in the foot. Now they're shooting themselves in the foot. I'm getting PTSD. I'm getting flashbacks from 2021 where you balled out. Everybody thought like the Patriots were an upcoming team, and then coming out of the bye week, you dropped. But you were good enough to make the playoffs. But unfortunately, you got killed in the first round of the playoffs. There's still a lot of football to be played, but you're down by 11. Got to get into the end zone here. Defense has to come up big. Got to get into the end zone again. Team's just collapsing on themselves. Patriots are taking over at the 27-yard line. Fake handoff to Ramondre. You got to pass at this point. Drake, defender in his face, but that's a catch by Henry. Second and 4, Patriots across the 30. Drake fakes a handoff to Mondre. I don't even know why we're faking handoffs. Drake goes out to Henry again, who gets the first and slips. Drake again with a defender in his face. Very predictable. Patriots have to pass now. That's going to make things a lot more difficult. All right, it's 1st and 10. Hunter Henry in motion. Ramondre on the field still. They're sending pressure at Drake. Drake goes out to Diggs one-on-one, or Kyle Williams, excuse me, one-on-one. They covered the one. It looked like 8 with dreads. It looked just like Diggs. That's crazy. Kyle Williams says he models his game after Stephon Diggs. Apparently he models his look after Stephon Diggs too. But Kyle Williams, with a catch, they do. Kyle Williams now on the outside. Patriots right before the 50. Diggs now in motion. I promise it's Diggs this time. 2nd and 2 for the Pats. Drake throws outside. Matt Hollins. Hollins goes out of bounds. Just under 11 minutes left in the game. Why did they gotta say that? It was July, like, come on. So they didn't need to put that on there. Like, Way to kick a guy when they're down. 49-yard line, pass across the 50. Drake under pressure. Drake gonna run. Drake slides for like a gain of 2. Second and 8. Drake drops back. Was that a corner blitz? Drake has time to get the ball out. And he does. That's Diggs. Diggs gets the first. No one. Man, my AirPods are going off. No one. Yo, why she keep saying that? No one. Yo, Siri's going off my earbuds right now. Drake drops back. Drake's going deep on a 1st and 10. Oh, did he get that? Oh, touchdown, Kyle Williams. Are you kidding me? What? Kyle Williams, double coverage, back in the end zone. What a catch from Kyle Williams. Oh my gosh. Dude, I got Siri going off of my ear saying, to who? To who? To who? Like, she broke my phone and Kyle Williams on a go route is catching between 2 defenders. Bro, what? Patriots going for 2, trying to make this a 3-point game. What a pass. What a catch. Oh my gosh. Where was that all game? Drake gets the ball. Drake gets the 2-point. That's Ramondre.
How about Drake finally?
Flags down. What happened? No, he didn't. Did he really? Did Drake pass 300? He does. It's on the defense, baby. Let's go. And the Patriots make this a 3-point game with 9 minutes left. Defense, oh, please, baby. Please, defense. Come up big, baby. Come up big. Oh, my gosh. Defenses, big playmakers come up in big times. This is a big time. Drake May, follow through perfect. Kyle Williams, oh, my gosh. Finally showing up to be everything we needed. The deep threat on the outside, the guy you can't stop on the go routes. I have all of his, well, no. Outside of that first touchdown against Tampa, I think all of his touchdowns have come on go routes. But Drake May is now officially over 300 yards for the first time. 312. It doesn't feel like this game he went over 300. That's the crazy part.
That's so many.
I mean, yeah, Drake's thrown the ball 36 times.
Yeah.
Dog's going to be sore tomorrow. That sounds weird. Yeah, okay. Defense has to come up big, and offense get down the field and get into the end zone. Dude, that Kyle Will, I was scared that was going to be a pick for a minute. Like that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Kyle Williams is now second in receiving yards this game. That was a 37-yard touchdown. Diggs is at 108. Come on, D. You got momentum now. Get hard. It felt right. Dude, everybody hugged at that point. Right now, the big problem is Derrick Henry. Oh my gosh. Derrick Henry's 18 attempts, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 7.1 yards per carry. This run defense is like balls right now. Like, this is the worst run defense, one of the worst run defenses in the league since they lost Milton Williams. "31-yard line starting for Baltimore, up by 3, 8 minutes left in the game, 8 minutes 52. 3 timeouts for each team. They're going to pass the ball. Oh, what a pass breakup by Gonzo. Oh, Vrabel loved that on the sideline. What a pass breakup by Gonzo, man. Haven't heard his name in a minute, and he comes up big with that one. Kept his eyes on Huntley. Reads Bateman. Knocks the ball away. They're going to give this one off to Mitchell. Going to get 4. It's the 3rd. Third and 6. Carlton Davis on Hop. Snoop looks for Hop. And that's a catch. That's a big conversion for Baltimore. If I'm Snoop, I'm going to Zay and Hop all game. Dog, I'll be honest. If I'm the Patriots, I'm putting Gonzo on Hop right now. I mean, they're across the 40, getting close to the 50 now. It's a fresh set of downs for Baltimore. Zay Flowers in motion. Snoop Huntley's going to hand the football off to Mitchell. And the Patriots get him at the line. Durden and Jack Gibbons come up. Durden, low-key a baller. He's been big for the Patriots with Williams out. Left guard for the Ravens, Voorhees, is currently out. All right, they're going to fake the handoff. Huntley under pressure. Huntley's going to run for it and try to slide. I don't really know what that was. He kind of just bounced on the ground. 3rd down now for Baltimore. Got to come up big, baby. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Don't jump. Patriots get pressure. Huntley tries to get it out. Mark Andrews with the catch. Did that hit the ground? 4 yards short either way. Patriots are down by 3 just to tie the game. 5 minutes left. Can you dominate time of possession and get into the end zone? That'd be huge. Ravens are staying on the field for 4th and 4. Might be just trying to get the Patriots to jump here. Zay Flowers in motion. Gonzo follows. Ravens point to the Patriots. Patriots point to the Ravens. There's a flag, though. Oh, 4th and 9. Baltimore's punting. False start. That's Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews, I'm not sure if he just jumped or if he thought that the Patriots were offsides. He looks like Mark Andrews thought that Craig Woodson jumped. And unfortunately gets the penalty for him. So, the 5-yard penalty, you're punting anyway. It really doesn't do a whole lot anyway, but facts, man. They're taking a while to put this ball back. Patriots are going to have to go the length of the field. That's going to be down at about the 10. This is our moment, PGS 27. Drake May has the opportunity for a game-winning drive. You're going to need him. You got momentum. You got the 30-some yard touchdown to Kyle Williams. You got the 2-point conversion. You got them to get the punt. I mean, this is your opportunity if you're New England. Just hit. I mean, it's going to be all passes likely if you're the Patriots. Well, I shouldn't say all passes because you're down by 3. You got 5 minutes left. I think what the team will try to do is you're not going to be necessarily the most aggressive to just get down to the field, right? You're going to try to dominate time of possession. You're down by 3. All you need to get is to the 35, 40-yard line to just tie the game. But they're obviously going to want to go for the win, and in large part going to come from you got to make sure if you give the Ravens the ball back with any time, you're giving them the ball back with very, very limited time, like under the 2-minute warning. Baltimore's got 3 timeouts, though, and the 2-minute warning. So way too much football to still be played. But New England's got to get down into the end zone here. Time for Drake May to show what he's made of. Stephon Diggs over 100 yards in this game for the 4th time this season. Got to keep going to your playmakers. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Drake May going into the middle of the field. That's Matt Collins. And the Patriots go from the 10 to the 32-yard line just like that. Take advantage of the bad secondary. Take advantage of the backup quarterback that you're playing right now in Snoop Huntley. Honestly, if Drake May hit Matt Collins and stride a little bit more there, he might have had a little bit extra. 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Takes the handoff from Mondre for the screen. He's going to get 3 or 4 on that one. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left. All right, 2nd and 6, baby. 2nd and 6. Under 4 minutes left in the game. Baltimore sends the blitz. Oh, Diggs with the catch. Oh, and Diggs is hype right now. Dude, that's what you need. You need Diggs hype right now. When Diggs is hype like that, oh, you can't stop him. Baltimore sends the blitz. Drake gets hit. Diggs with a beautiful, beautiful catch. Ravens are trying to rip the ball out. 8 for 117 for Diggs right now. Drake's at 345. Drake drops back. Drake under pressure. He's going deep. Oh!
That's a pass interference and a half.
How is that not PI? What?
Oh.
Who's this on? He got tackled mid-play. Kayshon Bouttie's injured now, but he got tackled on the play. He broke Kayshon Boutie's knees mid-play, which is why Boutte drops the football, because Boutte gets injured, and they're not calling it? Bro, what? That's pass interference. Literally, the TV cast just said it. It's not hard. They said, and I quote, it's not hard. That's pass interference. What? Drake drops back. Brings it in Austin Hooper and then goes out of bounds. Bro, what? That's PI all day. He was tackled mid-play. He injured him mid-play. The TV cast is here literally saying the same thing. Is this a fucking joke? How many times are we going to get screwed over by the refs? Drake drops back, almost intercepted, goes to Kyle Williams. 4th and 2, and you got to go for it. 4th and 2. Drake drops back. That's Diggs. Diggs gets the first and a whole lot more. Goes out of bounds. Drake drops back. Drake with time. Drake's going to go out to Hollins, who stays in bounds. That play call pissed me off. That's all go. 2nd and 4, 2 minutes and 15 seconds and counting. Ramondre up the middle. Ramondre inside. Touchdown. That's it, baby. Oh, but there's a lot of time on the clock. That's 2 minutes and 7 with 3 timeouts still, but that means Baltimore has to get in the end zone now, right? Well, I mean, you got to get the extra point, which they do, according to the screen. You have to force the touchdown. What they can't do is they can't play soft the entire time. Because if they play soft, they're just going to get chunk play after chunk play after chunk play.
Like with a field. Having
The MVP chants are loud as heck. Shout out to Automatic Andy for making this a 4-point game. Oh, defense, you got to come up big. Shout out to Ramondre Stevenson. What's that, a 20-yard touchdown? 21-yard touchdown there by Ramondre. Looks like he's going to run it up the middle, bounces it between the B gap, and then goes right in. Holding.
I mean, bro, it makes up for.
Not even. Not even. If the refs want to make up for that call, you win us the game. Like, that was. I reposted it on my Twitter, by the way, for those who want to see the play.
Guys, I went on Twitter. Hold on.
Last time when trailing by 11 in the 4th quarter was the Super Bowl. Good play by Schooler on special teams. Defense, do your job. I'm going to shit myself if you don't. Schooler. I remember meeting Schooler before he became, like, huge in New England. Yeah. He signed maybe my helmet. He's dope. Yeah, he needs to get his ass back. All right, Baltimore's taking over at the 32-yard line. Huntley goes out to Mitchell. Oh, who gets stopped behind the line. That's a loss of 5. Carlton Davis is down. Keep in mind, Charles Woods is also out. Carlton Davis is made of glass, bro. Damn. Good before he was injured. He's dealing with like a knee injury. Oh my gosh, Drake May's at 380 passing yards. He was could have. If it wasn't for the refs, he might have broke 400. $31 to 44 too. Second and 15 for Baltimore. Backed up behind the 30. No Carlton Davis right now. Huntley looks in the middle of the field. That's Zay Flowers. Oh, it fumbles! Yes! Let's go, baby! Woo! That's game! That's game.
Jason, I knew it.
Jason!
I knew he was going to do something.
Ah!
I knew he was going to.
Drake, pass for 20 yards. Ah! Let's go, Chason, boy. That boy is here, baby. Ah! That's what I'm talking about, man. That's how you finish. Now, they're going to use their 3 timeouts, so you might need a first down here still, but they still got to get into the end zone. Zay gets the ball, tries to put on the burners, and Chason comes up. Textbook punch out. What a play. Are you kidding me? Chad, y'all better be active right now. Chad, y'all better be active. Stevenson, hang on to the ball, son. Where are they? Because they might be able to just kick the field goal. Chase on, baby. Second and 6. Yeah. They're going to give it off to Ramondre. Ramondre goes to the outside. Let's go. First down. Did he go out of bounds? Got the knee down first. He got the knee down first. But there's Ravens take their second time out, but that's game. That's game. Ah, playoffs, baby. Ah, clinch, baby. Chat, let's go. Ah, fuck. Man, down by 11 in the fourth quarter. Huge moments. Bro, what did I say earlier? Chat, rewind it. Bring back the film. What did I say? Big time playmakers make big time plays in big time moments. What's up? Y'all, why are Bills fans in the chat saying 31-35? Y'all know you're still losing the division. Y'all know you got beat week 5, right? Y'all know you almost lost to the Browns today, right? But y'all still said that win that the Patriots had meant absolutely nothing, right? When they blew out the Browns, y'all said it was nothing. But y'all could barely beat them today. That was a game to the wire. Y'all could barely beat them. But you're talking about the one win you got against New England when you try to say the Patriots were fraudulent and not a good team, but you're living on the win that they had. What's that, boy? What did your quarterback do today, son? Your quarterback threw for like 160 yards today.
It's 130 yards.
130?
No touchdowns.
Dog, no touchdowns. Josh Allen was bummed today. And y'all are glazing a win against New England last week because New England beat themselves and dropped a 21-point lead. Y'all want to talk about week 5 where the New England Patriots came into Orchard Park on prime time and ended your undefeated season? Nah. Your one win against New England, like, doesn't mean you own the Patriots. Like, yo, Bills fans are crazy, just acting like that win last week like makes them better than the Patriots. Like, you want to talk about the whole season? You want to talk about the AFC East? Like, you want to talk about how your quarterback is the second best quarterback of the division? Shit, no, you don't. Y'all don't want fags. Rabbit?
That'd be hilarious.
Wouldn't he have to lose too? If he loses two here.
No.
Oh, on top of it, yeah. Oh, shit, he might. 2nd and 14 for the Patriots. Clock stopped. Drake May fakes a handoff. Drake May's running. Drake's going. Drake gets it, and Drake slides. That's a 16-yard run by Drake May. And Kyle Williams points to him. MVP. Man, I conceded. I said, you know what? Matthew Stafford might be the MVP. Shit, after this.
I wish he would have thrown for
Drake May over 400 all-purpose yards, MFers. That's Drake May, baby. Oh, man, Drake May for the first time this season last week throws for under 200 yards, and everybody says he's overrated. Bro had no run game today and has 400 all-purpose yards. What? Oh, but the refs helped the Patriots. No, the refs screwed the Patriots today. 138 for Diggs today. What a freaking game, boy. Oh, my gosh. Win's a win against the Browns, but check half your chat turned black and wanted your coach fired when down 11. True fans, LOL. See you on the round, LOL. Rishi boy, how many Bills fans turned around when y'all were down? Y'all said fire sale. Y'all said we're not winning a single game. Y'all said we might not be making the playoffs. So Bills fans can come in here and talk shit about the Patriots as much as they want. Y'all did the same shit when you were down. Look, I don't even care. I'm hype as fuck right now, and I'm going to be honest with you. Bills fans, I have so much respect for the Bills and your fan base, but damn, when y'all were complaining about the refs instead of giving the Patriots their credit after their Week 5 win, I realized they might be the biggest crybabies in the NFL. I'm going to be honest. I realized that y'all be giving excuses, and maybe Bills fans, and not all Bills fans, because there's some good Bills fans, but damn, here in 2025, I'm realizing Bills fans might be the most hypocritical fan base in the NFL. Y'all win against the Patriots last week after they blow a 21-point lead, and you act like you're the better team, like you own New England because you got one win against them when they collapsed on themselves. A win is a win against the Cleveland Browns. But how come, Richie, the same fan base that said when the Patriots blew out the Browns that it was just the Browns? But now when you barely beat them in a close game, it's a win is a win, and that should be all that matters. Why? Because you guys changed the narrative when it fits you. I mean, hey, I'll come out and I'll tell you, yeah, a lot of Patriots fans were upset and going off on Mike Vrabel. Honestly, understandably so, Patriots fans were going off on Mike Vrabel after that special teams call. But you know what? We won this game, baby. We won this game. The Patriots have now clinched the playoffs for the first time since 2021. They're ahead of schedule. That is 12 wins now on the season. And now all they need to do is have Buffalo lose next week against Philly to win the AFC East. Or what they need to do is they need to beat the Jets next week and the Dolphins week 18, and the Patriots win the AFC East. Look, Bills fans, I'm hyped right now, so I'm being completely honest. But it really is love at the end of the day. It's football. It's football, man. It's not that serious. But if we're going to be hypocritical, that's my pet peeve. I'm going to come in and I'm going to drop the facts when the facts need to be given, okay? I'm going to keep it like it is. I'm going to keep it 100. Let's see. We got Jason who says, LFG, baby, Mr. 300 Drake. 400 Drake, we should be calling him. That's what we should be calling him. S27 says, Pats versus Texans, Colts in the wild card. Thoughts? Pats versus Texans scares me. I think their offense is good enough to put up points, but their defense is super, super scary. I mean, look at the quarterbacks they beat. They were iffy today. They didn't look good today, but for the majority of the season, that defense is like historically good. Shout out to diehard Pats fan for the crazy $100 chat. You guys are killing it right now. Of course, appreciate you guys as always, man. Everybody give it up for diehard Pats fan in the chat. Put a heart on the comment section. It's all love at the end of the day. Diehard says, with a $100 donation, had to wait for the win to see PG get the ultimate graduation gift. Congratulations, Colby. Keep up the great work. The future is yours. Let's go. Playoffs. Here we come, baby. Say it louder, diehard, for the people in the back. Because, oh, yeah, it's just an easy schedule. So we were lucky to get into the playoffs, right? 12 wins, winning the AFC East, in potential to win the AFC. But, yeah, no, that's just luck, right? Yeah, that's just luck. Let's see. We says 1-13, I guess. This one for Mr. Mitchell, Clutch May. Yeah, man. I mean, we're going to be talking about this one. I mean, Drake May struggled at points in this game. He got better as time went on. Game-winning drive. How about when the Patriots needed a first down to really solidify this game, and Drake May goes for 16 yards, 400 all-purpose yards in this game? Drake May shut people up, and he had one hell of a performance today. And keep in mind, that's with all of the injuries that the Patriots sustained today, too, that nobody's talking about. Richie says, like you just cried about the refs today. Richie, I cried about the refs today for a play that was very clearly on the refs. He was tackled before the ball hit his hands and then injured Kayshon Boutte. Here's the difference. There's a difference between crying about the refs and an actual play that is being called out. Like that's what I'm saying about some of these Bills fans, man. Like they're trying to change the narrative. Week 5, you guys complained about the refs when you had 11 penalties, but the Patriots had 8 penalties and had more loss of yards from their 8 penalties than Buffalo did on their loss of 11 yards. That's what I'm talking about. Buffalo trying to act like week 5, they lost that game because of the refs when no, the Patriots were getting affected by penalties on the refs just as much as Buffalo was. But that game last week against Buffalo, when you have the TV cast literally saying, I don't know how that's not a flag, that's a problem. When you have referees coming out after the game having to make statements because of how bad their calls were, it's an indictment to just how bad the referees were. Tell me why, if week 5, the refs were so bad in favor of New England against the Bills, why was there no statement from a single referee on a single call in that game? Why? Because it was a storyline that Bills fans made up in their head. Now, I even said how many times last week, that's not why the Patriots lost. But that was really bad calls by the refs. Again, it's not why the Patriots lost last week, but it was bad calls, and it wasn't the same thing as it was week 5. Jags beat Broncos. Guess Broncos are trash, right? LOL. I didn't say that, Richie. See, Richie, now you just put in words in my mouth. All I'm saying is you guys beat the Ravens. We also beat the Ravens. You Bills fans said when the Patriots blew out the Browns that it was just the Browns and that blowing them out meant nothing. But then you guys almost lost to them today. That's what I'm saying. So don't twist my words, bro. Don't twist my words. I'm calling it like it is. I'm calling out Bills fans for the words that they have said. So if the Bills win today was, hey, it doesn't matter, a win is a win, then how come when the Patriots blew the Browns out, you guys discredited the win, saying that it was just the Browns? That's what I'm saying. Richie comes back in here, says, all love, but come on with that stuff. Love you, brother. Richie, bro, I love you too, but I'm not saying anything wrong here. I'm saying things that are factual. I'm calling out the BS. I'm calling out the BS because seriously, it's love at the end of the day. But like, if you're going to talk BS or like, you're going to be hypocritical, I'm going to call out the Bills fans in the chat, man. I'm going to call them out. God, I wish we played aggressively more often. Enough of this conversation nonsense. Let these guys deal. Patriots 92 with a $10 donation. We appreciate you as always. Isaiah with a $2 donation says, don't forget the number 1 seed is still open. It is. The Patriots would need the Denver Broncos to drop one more game, and the Patriots will need to lose out. Broncos, Patriots, now the same record. They have the tiebreaker due to strength of schedule, and that is the only difference. But guys, we got to head out. I'm fired up. I'm fired up right now, man. Patriots down by 11 in the fourth quarter, and they came back. That is the biggest comeback in the fourth quarter with that large of a deficit since Super Bowl 51. Big shout out by the Patriots. Big shout out Drake May. We'll be back on the channel a little bit later tonight. We also have Bleacher Report here now to break down this game. And so, again, Bills fans, Jets fans, Dolphins fans, Patriots fans, everybody in between. It is truly all love at the end of the day, but it is my job, of course, to make content for you guys and be entertaining. So when there's hypocrisy, it's your boy's job to call it out. That's just what we do here at Patriots Global. It's content for a reason. It's here to entertain you guys. But of course, at the end of the day, when you put everything aside from the different teams, it's all love. We're all coming together to watch the same sport that we all love. Whether you're a fan of one team or another team, we all come together to share love about one thing, and that is football. So whether you like it or not, we're all technically connected into one big family. So like me or not, you got to love me because we're part of the same family. But until next time, Richie, bro, I love you, man. I love you. I appreciate you. Bills fans, I love you and appreciate you. And Pats fans, I love and appreciate you guys the absolute most. Make sure you guys tune into postgame because there's a lot to break down about this one. But until later, actually, before we do that, almost forgot about this. Real quick, we do have to give a big shout out to the sponsors of the video. Those are our good friends over at Calcia. Let's take this crap off, right? We don't want to talk about last week. But make sure you guys check out our good friends over at Calcia, pinned in the live chat right now to go ahead and check out their website or download their mobile app. Right now, we are looking at Coach of the Year. These are the current odds for Coach of the Year. And as you can see, according to Calcia, nobody is taking Mike Vrabel right now. In fact, Mike Vrabel's all the way down here is the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth best odds for head coach of the year, which feels just wrong right now. I mean, you got Ben Johnson, Liam Cohen, Mike McDonald all ahead of him. Last time we checked, Mike Vrabel was top 2. After that loss against Buffalo last week, he did drop. So right now, 30%. Right now, it is going back up for Mike Vrabel. 30% of people are taking him. 25% of people are taking Ben Johnson. With Calcia, those odds update in real time. And with the Patriots wins today, looks like people are taking Drake May for MVP again, and people are taking Mike Vrabel for head coach of the year, just showing that football is what have you done for me lately. Calcia is not a sports book. They're the best damn trades market on the platform. You're not playing up against Calcia. You're playing up against real people with their own real thoughts and opinions on these same lines. Of course, remember that supporting the sponsors, that supports the channel, supports us massively here at Patriots Global. But until next time, guys, I appreciate you for watching, and go Pats.